Hello, 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 everyone. Hi, welcome. Hi, how's it going? How do you like my maid outfit? Is it good enough for you? There, hi. I'm here with the. I'm sorry, I'm slowly shrinking because I'm getting more and more embarrassed. I'm here with the maid outfit. Um, and it looks real nice. I bet you wish you could see. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye now. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Welcome. I don't know. Can you guys hear the music? I think it. No, it's still there. Can you guys hear the music okay? I know it's a little bit quiet, but hello, I'm happy to. Oh, I didn't mean to get so close to you guys. Hi, I'm happy to see you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Safi and Omnitron, and hello, Niaro. Hello, Nikkei. Hello, Funspec. Hello, hello, hello. I'm happy to see you. Hello, Horror. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you. And hello, Natsu. I'm happy to see you. It's adorable on you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Your Sword. Hi, Sword. How are you? Welcome. How are you? It's getting closer to the scary day by the second. It is. It's slowly getting closer and closer. So today, we're going to be doing horror stories. God damn it. We're gonna do horror stories. Now, I do have to warn you, this maid dress was not made for me, so it looks a little bit goofy, but I will show it off. I will show it off. Outfit is so nice. Thank you. It was not made specifically for me, so it looks a little goofy, but this is the maid outfit. My head looks too small for it. And also my tail is currently frozen in place, but don't worry about that. Ta-da! It looks so goofy. I love it. It's so good. Oh my god. Hey, can't stay, but hi guys, have fun, love you all. Oh, hi, thank you for stopping in, Summer. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for saying hi. Oh my god, and thank you. Been okay, I actually did that big meeting yesterday. Oh, how did that go? How was that? And and hello, JT Panda King. I'm happy to see you. How did it go? Okay, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited because today we're gonna be reading horror stories, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. Also, this is kind of like a light talking stream because I didn't want to be too loud because this is supposed to be like, ooh, spooky, scary horror stories. So I'm a little bit quiet. I hope that's okay. Can you guys hear the background music? It looks like it's coming up a little bit quiet. I can turn it up a little bit. Here, I'm gonna do that real quick. I don't want it to be too quiet. Here, maybe it's because it was just transitioning songs. Maybe that's better? I guess we'll see. And hello, welcome, Kiblet. I'm happy to see you. How are you? Welcome. Hi, hi, hi. It's a cat maid dress, but you're a wolf. Are you secretly a cat? No. No, I'm not. But I wish that I could be as useless as one. Oh. Okay, never mind. It's showing that it's really loud now. Okay, I think it's just the music. Whatever. Alright, there. I turned it down a little bit. Yeah, let's go. There was 120 people there and it went really well. Oh, that's scary. Even though the CEO was there and he, along with a bunch of people, said they were teary-eyed at our stories. Also, my mom was in the meeting. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm glad that it went well. That makes me really happy. I'm very happy for you. Is this too loud? I'm sorry. I'm very like worried about it. And hi, Katsuma. How are you? Welcome. Hi. 20 looking cute as a maid. Thank you. Twitch only works 10% of the time. I'm sorry. It's stinky. It's very stinky. It's so stinky. Well, a big thank you to Horror for sending me like 500 scary stories. I do have a couple of my own that I want to read that are really good. But he sent or they, I'm sorry, I don't actually know, I don't want to assume, but they sent like a lot of really nice stories, so we'll have quite the plethora to read. I'm good. What about you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing really good. I'm very excited for spooky spooky story maid reading, I guess. Actually, a couple of people came out because yesterday was National Coming Out Day. Oh, really? Oh, was it really? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Congratulations. It's no problem. I'm happy to help. Thank you. Thank you. It's going to be all spooky, and then I'm going to redeem the Ara Ara. You can. You can. Oh, shit. Fuck. Wait. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry, I forgot how to breathe. I'm okay. Drink. I did. I did. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna set the mood ready. Here we go. There's that. Oh, they wiggle around. Look at my arms wiggling. Look at that. That's so goofy. Alright, I'm gonna set the mood. So it's a little bit more comfy. A little bit more spooky. Alright, here we go. Oh, damn it. I wish that I made the candle bright. Well, whatever. I think it's fine. Whatever. This is supposed to be spooky time, so it's okay. You want to poke the candle? No. Let me eat the candle? No. What's wrong with you guys? Don't eat the candle. What? That's hot. No. Ah, that's hot. How is the fluffy boy? Is he feeling any better? Did you get any rest? I did get rest. Thank you. And he's doing better. He's back on his medicine, so he hasn't. I mean, he's stayed about the same, but I've noticed less sneeze attacks. So hopefully it stays like that. He had one yesterday, and that was it. I haven't seen any today, but I was also at work this morning, so I think he's doing okay. And hi, Hallfrost. Welcome. How are you? But I'm gonna drink the wax. No, don't do that. No, that's so bad. No. Of course I want to poke it. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, the fire is pretty and it does look nice, but I don't want you to hurt yourself. Probably going to bed soon? Heh, you won't after these spooky stories. How's the new job? It's good. I like it a lot. It pays the bills, but it's also just like a really nice place to work. And speaking of spooky things, I got my first ever bitchy customer. Not gonna go into too many details, but I was doing like the drive-through, and I'm a barista now, and there's all these buttons for different combinations you can get for drinks, and so this lady listed off like this super complicated order, and I was putting it in, and I you know had like asked her to repeat herself, and she was getting like really rude about it, and apparently she's a regular, and she knew that I was training, but she still decided to be a bitch anyways. And she was like, oh my goodness. So she asked for a drink that can be either hot or iced, and she asked for it with no water. And after like a bunch of bitchy comments, I like, it was the end of the drink, and I was like, okay, did you want that hot or iced? And she's like, obviously, if it's like if I want it with no water, it's hot. And then she like drove off up to the window. I was like, you fucking suck. She was so rude. And apparently she's the owner of like a nearby business, and I'm like, god damn it, because they have like, they sell really good cakes, and I wanted to go try their cakes, but now I'm not going to because she was fucking awful. So I was like, god damn it. Well, at least I got my very first, like, shitty customer. At least I got my first rude customer. I feel like a real barista now. That's what it takes. I let my sister curl my hair today, and I gotta say I look amazing. Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's really cool! I bet it looks great. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gotta stay up late. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Interesting, huh? I know, that's so rude. She sounds like someone who deserves sugar in the gas tank. She's awful. I'd love to be a bartender. So, I'd like to be a bartender. I actually thought about becoming a bartender before becoming a barista, but I don't want weird people, you know? You know, like young girl baristas, I feel like would have to deal with a lot of bullshit. And I didn't really want to do that. So I was like, yeah, never mind. But yeah, no, you don't want to fight everyone. And hello, Captain Flood. Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Yeah, it's time for a spooky stream. Which actually reminds me, we should probably start with our first story, huh? I was so excited sharing my own horror stories. I forgot we should probably start with the actual horror stories. Young female bartenders have it rough for real. Honestly though, and I didn't want to deal with that. Another streamer is streaming? Well, to be fair, there are like thousands, like hundreds of thousands of streamers streaming right now. If you want to go watch that one, you can though. I'm happy to have you here, but if there's something else you want to do, you know, don't feel like I'm holding you down. I'm not gonna like go all yandere and like kidnap you or something. I think I'm coming down with a cold, but I've got tea and a blanket, so I'm warm. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. The stinky colds are the worst, but I'm glad that you're taking the steps to, like, you know, start catching it at the beginning. I'll stay here till the day I die. No! What the heck? Go live a better life than that. Okay, well, so the first ones we're going to read it's 22 sentence horror stories that will keep you up tonight. I will say, I have not read these, so they could be really bad or they could be really good. And either way, I'm very excited for them because I know the really bad like 2-sentence horror stories where it's like, you know, girl get call from boy, but who was phone? And it's like, wait, what? But I think that these are good ones. There's one thing I know is that I'll never get old and I'll never die. Never, never, ever. Legends never die. Alright, but who was phone? Oh my god, I fucking love that story. It's so funny. Alright, here we go. So, I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first, I thought it was the window, until I heard it coming from the mirror again. Oh, that one's pretty cool. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. Sappy, how could you do this to me? Why would you choose sing mode when we're reading horror stories? Suffer. You're an asshole. I'm kidding. I love you, Sappy. Thank you for the point redeem. An absolute legend. God damn it. And hello, Squidgy. I'm happy to see you. Hovering over the toilet till I realized I forgot to pull my trousers down. What the heck? The singing could make it creepier. That's fair, that's fair, that's fair. Alright, here we go. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream, but as I saw my clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open. Ooh, that one's pretty spooky. So what if you're singing and I redeem the aura? I can do both. I will sing it while it's within the time limit, and I'll give you an extra one that's not singing, if you can get it within the 5-minute singing period. I am thinking of GLaDOS from Portal when I hear your voice. I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. GLaDOS has a lovely voice. And hello, Immortal Changer. Welcome, I'm happy to see you. How are you? Someone redeem that I have to sing for the next 5 minutes, if you're confused. Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, It is much more unsettling. Suddenly I can see why you guys think I sound like GLaDOS when I sing. And hello, Jersey Devil Ray. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? Again, someone redeemed for me to sing for 5 minutes. I hope it's not too confusing or jarring. I came up with a word, plagiarism. It took me a second to understand that that was a joke. I thought you were being serious. And thank you very much, I appreciate that. Now every time she streams, current objectives survive. Speaking of, we're doing chat-controlled Minecraft on Friday, and I went over everything today, and it's gonna be chaotic, and you guys can really fuck me over. You saw it on a video, I see. Alright, number 4. In all of the time... Oh wait, oops, never mind. I was right, sorry. In all of the time that I've lived alone in this house, I swear to God I've closed more doors than I've opened. Someone's sneaking around your house. It's a little rat, or a big rat if he has to open up the doors. We would never make playing games harder for you. Fucking bad. And hello. This is my first time, but apparently I follow you in Burn App. Glad to be here. Oh, well, we're happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome. No opening my doors without paying rent. But if they pay, then it's fine. Then it's fine. A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs, so she got up and started to head down. As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said, "I heard that too." I actually saw this one a long time ago. I think it went around Facebook probably 5 years ago or so. But it's still as creepy as when I first read it. The story with the mom and daughter is really good animated, is it? I've never seen that before, but I imagine it's great. Need Mouse singing lullaby ASMR? Are you sure about that? I don't think it would be quite as nice as you think it would be. The ghosts better fucking pay rent. If it turns lights on and off, electricity ain't free. And hello, Cross Cottonwood, how are you? To tell ghosts to keep them away, keep them away, keep them away. This is actually making it creepier, is it? She asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't. Alright, there's the 5 minutes of singing. That's finally up. So now we're going back to just creepy reading. If anybody else redeems it, we'll go back to singing. But just talking for now. These ghosts have the audacity in 2022. This ain't the time for their shit. Honestly, though, with how much everything's getting more expensive. Alright. My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. That just sounds like it was like a sad memory. Oh, that just makes me sad. It's not like they're turning down the AC. Well, oh my god. If a ghost touched my air conditioner, I would kill it. I'm like a dad. You know how there's the meme of like dad's been in a coma for 12 years, touches the AC and he wakes up and he's like, don't touch the AC. That's me. That's me. I'm generic dad when it comes to the AC. Don't touch it. It stays at 80, no colder. I can still hear the singing in your voice. Can you? Maybe I just have a sing-songy voice. I wanted to make this funny, not creepier. It's the 2-sentence stories. Let's read that I think I'm thinking about. Oh? Oh? If I'm ever haunted by a ghost, I hope it's a cute ghost girl. Yeah. I guess that's better than like a creepy ghost girl. Alright. I awoke to the sound of the baby monitor cackling with a voice, comforting my firstborn child. As I adjusted to a new position, my arm brushed against my wife, sleeping next to me. The ghost is becoming friends with your baby. And hello, Amon. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, it's the maid. You better fear. I always thought my cat had a staring problem. Oh no. Oh no. She always seemed fixated on my face, until one day when I realized that she was always looking just behind me. Dude, cats know what's up. Cats are fighting ghosts in the night. My cat will just randomly start seeing shit and like chasing it. My cat's a ghost hunter, I swear to God. Throw the entire baby out? Throw the entire baby out. End it. This is for legal reasons. I must say that I do not endorse the murder of babies. Hello, Zygarde. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm happy to see you. And yeah, it is dark in here. Perfect for spook stories. Hello, hello. All my cats stare at all different corners at once. Their eyes are just like split between 2 different corners. Maybe the cat is looking at a ghost. Maybe a species known for getting stuck in a vase aren't hyper reliable sources of info. That's fair. That's fair. Gotta cover that TOS, always, always. There's nothing like the laughter of a baby. Unless it's 1 AM and you're home alone. No, there's still nothing like the laughter of a baby. It's still awful. I still don't want to hear it ever. I hate babies. I hate them. I hate them. You can be alright for 5 minutes. Oh, can you? Oh no, I'm sorry Twitch is being stinky. There's nothing like the laughter of a ghost baby. I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own screams. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Dude, I have, like, the idea of being okay, I don't fear much, right? I don't have that many fears, but the biggest fear that I have is the fear of having like a long, slow, painful death where it's like torturous, and being buried alive fits right in with that. That sounds not like a good time. That sounds terrible. I got spooked by a dark figure about to knock on my door this morning, just as I was about to set it to work. It scared the hell out of me. Oh god, that sounds scary. That's spooky. I've had my own like spooky encounters when I was a kid, especially. I personally don't really believe in ghosts, but I've had some spooky experiences to where I probably should. My biggest fear is the stock market. Are there any of are any of these about the stock market? I'm not sure. And hello, Helion. Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. How's it going? I fear absolute darkness because I can't see what's there and my mind plays tricks on me. That's fair. That's fair. Absolute darkness is spooky. And hello, Bohm. Welcome. How are you? You're afraid of a slow, painful death? That's a strange fear to have. Can't relate. Is it, though? Best way to diffuse a spooky situation is to rip a massive fart and the ghost will leave. That's amazing. And thank you, Helion. You enjoy your streaming. Or, sorry, not your streaming. You're lurking. I'm not scared of the dark. I'm scared of what may or may not be in the dark. That's fair. That's fair. And hello, I am Balto. I'm happy to see you. How are you? Alright, on to the next one. I was having a pleasant dream, and what sounded like oh wait, no, that's the same one. Oopsies, never mind, my bad. Here we go. I can't sleep, she whispered, crawling into bed with me. I woke up cold, clutching the dress she was buried in. Is it weird that I find that kind of comforting? Like, I feel like if I had a loved one that passed away, and I've had a lot of like loved ones that have passed away, but I feel like if it was someone that was like really close to me that passed away and I had a dream of them, like, what the heck? Oh, what the heck? I don't know. Oh, sorry, for some reason I'm like crying. What the heck? Ah, like the, oh no. Whoa, what the heck? That's so weird. The idea of having like your loved one come visit you is like comforting. Why am I crying? What the heck? This is so weird. This is so weird. It's like I'm not sad, I'm just leaking. It's like the idea that like that like you get to see your loved one again. I think that's really nice. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cry. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, you just remember the good. Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't know what's happening to me. 1 sec. Okay, I think I'm okay. Sorry, that was so weird. Okay. I begin tucking him into bed and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath and for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed." That sounds scary. Oh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy. I have to work, but I'll be back when and if I can have great fun with your stories. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping in. It was nice meeting you. I hope that you have a good day at work. Hopefully we'll see you later. Mautane! I feel like whenever you have those kinds of dreams, it means you're thinking about them at the same time they're thinking about you. God damn it, you're gonna make me cry again. That's too sweet. That's too sweet. I can't handle that right now. Then who is the monster? I know, right? Which one is it? Is it the kid on the bed or the kid under the bed? Guess you just have to like fucking kill one of them. No, don't kill them. Don't kill them. And hello, Saberman. Welcome. I'm happy to see you. How are you? Tissues. Come get your free tissues for the highly emotional tears. Thank you. Thank you. Checks for monsters under the bed. Grabs a can of Monster. Thank you, son. Kids always gotta look out for you. Alright. You get home, tired after a long day's work, and ready for a relaxing night alone. You reach for the light switch, but another hand is already there. Hold it. Wait, no, that's lewd. Wait, I don't think you can hold the hand of someone you've just met. That's a little too much. Gently touch it and run away. I think that's still pretty lewd, but it's not like hand-holding lewd. Hello, milady. I've been better, but don't you worry about me. How are you? Oh, I hope that you feel better soon. And I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Hopefully we can help cheer up your mood for ya. By all hanging out together. Premarital hand-holding? That's the true horror here. Forget about ghosts. Forget about possible serial killers or ghouls in the night. Premarital hand-holding is what we're scared of. That's not allowed. It's their spouse. The person has amnesia. Oh, that's also sad. I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead. Damn. They stuck in the coffin forever, for all eternity. Mercy, I appreciate it. And hi, Skeet Scat. Enjoy your lurking. I hope you're doing okay. It's like the Metallica song 1, but much worse. Yeah. Yeah. She went upstairs to check on her sleeping toddler, The window was open, and the bed was empty. That's just child kidnapping! That's just child kidnapping! That's not even like, ooh, spooky ghost. That's just your kid got fucking stolen, bitch. Oh my god, that's terrible. That's so bad. Oh my god. I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up. That's terrifying. Like the idea that you're like constantly stuck in dreams and you keep waking up. That's kind of spooky. Child mind games? Oh, that's true. If you take my baby after all that shit, I'm scorching the earth. After all the shit that you have to go through. Oh my god. My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave and ask her to stop, but it doesn't help. Oh. God, what is with all these? Well, I guess that, you know, ghosts and stuff. But I was like, what's with all these dead people? Why are all my ghost stories filled with dead people? I'm so stupid. Man, these ghost stories have a lot of dead people in them. I deadass forgot what a fucking ghost is, apparently. After working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child. I didn't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and stillborn child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there. Oh, that's gross. Ew. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, talking about dead people, they don't even go here. They don't even go here. I have one. I open my drawer to put on some socks. To my horror, it's filled with copies of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii. My god, that's the most horrifying story we've read so far. That is truly terrifying. That's fucked up. It is. It's disgusting. Sorry to push the envelope. It's okay. Just make sure that you don't go too far with the stories, okay? We don't want anything too graphic here on stream. All right, the last 2-sentence horror story. And hello, McCawthorn. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome. I'm happy to see you. Who's dying today? No. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Well, that sounds like a you problem, guy. And hello, Bunny! Welcome, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, I'm happy to have you. How are you? I don't know what's more disturbing, the fact that they were in the drawer or the fact that there was a 100% save file on my Wii. That's horrible! And hello, Golden Sun! Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, how are you doing? The latter. Definitely the latter. Good, hello, hello! I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Hello, hello! Alright, so, I want to read. I was just relaxing in the shadows till I heard that game and my eyes shot open. The game? You lost? The true horror is losing the game. I am Marsh Polkla? Well, it's nice to meet you. Hi, we're happy to have you here. We're currently reading some spooky stories, so I hope you're in the mood for some spooks and some scares and some don't mind my arms jiggling and some I don't know, gapes, some riffraff, some hooliganery. You should play Welcome to the Game. No, I don't want to lose the game that much. No. And hello, Canern. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm happy to see you. Welcome. And thank you so much for the follow. Twitch mod is fat. Oh my god. Hi. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you? Hi. All right, here we go. Yeah, that scared you. All right, so the next one that I want to read is a little bit of a longer one, but I think it should be okay. And no, you're not fat. No, you're not. It's the name. And I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing good. Alright, so the next one is called I've come. Sorry. Not I've come. Not I've come. Wait, let me finish the title. It's not I come, I swear. Let me drink my water real quickly. No, 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 no. No. Okay. It's God damn it. It's I've come to terms with the fact that everything I know is a dream. God damn it. As a preface, please know. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the bit, Dranzer. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Mal, what's good? You look wonderful in that maid dress. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And I'm doing good. How are you? Welcome. Scariest part about the story is TOS. No. And bye, Golden Sun. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good rest of your day. Maltane. God damn it. We're just about to start a somewhat longer story. It's called I've Come to Terms with the Fact That Everything I Know Is a Dream. As a preface, please note that this will probably be very long. I don't care if nobody reads it. Everyone in the world could read it and nothing would change. I just need to voice my concerns for my own sake. Perhaps by organizing everything on a page, I can make sense of things. Several years ago, I was in a brutal car accident. I was parked in front of a train track, waiting for the train to pass by. I was the last person not to make it across the tracks. For visualization, there was a solid stream of cars on either side. If I had tried to sneak across, I would have rear-ended the person in front of me before successfully clearing them. I could hear the train approaching, and the black and yellow bars lowered in front of me. I am fascinated by trains, so I was delighted to be so close, finally getting a front row seat. The train was about a quarter mile from the crossing when the driver behind me accelerated and nudged me forward a few feet. The bars bent and eventually snapped, and I was knocked joltingly onto the tracks. I panicked and threw the car into reverse, trying to back out, but the other car apparently had more horsepower. However, and to my horror, my car door aligned perfectly with the cattle guard on the front of the train. I scrambled to get out of the car, but forgot about my seatbelt. I nearly strangled myself trying to get free. By the time I unlatched it, it was too late. One fraction of a second of the loudest sound I had ever heard, and then blackness and silence. I was certain that I had died. I didn't feel any pain, and certainly if I had survived, I'd be in agony. I tried to open my eyes, but nothing would happen. I tried to make a sound, to wiggle my fingers or do anything, but I couldn't. It wasn't that I was paralyzed, it was more like I didn't have a body to manipulate. I was just a mind submerged in a pool of nothing. The only sentiment I felt was that I had returned to that state after being gone for a long time. Like forgetting how your parents' house smells until you visit home for the holidays. Gradually, I started to have feelings of sensation. Passing waves of warmth and wetness finally allowed me to determine where the edges of my body were. Almost as soon as I became aware of my physical self, it began to ache. I felt as if every inch of me had been pummeled with a baseball bat, the heavy wooden kind. Even opening my eyes was a spectacular ordeal. I was in a hospital, so I had survived after all. People moved to surround me. Faces that never fully came into focus hovered above my own, and sounds that vaguely resembled speech seemed to reach me through water. It wasn't long before I felt weak again, and my eyes closed. This fading in and out of consciousness lasted for what felt like a very long time, maybe months, though the doctors told me it was only a matter of days. After that, I worked on speaking and swallowing food, which seemed silly, but it was actually a challenge at the time. Finally, as more and more casts were removed, I was allowed to sit up and turn my head, for which I was incredibly grateful. Okay, a little bit of a pause. Oh goodness! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing, Cross Cottonwood. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sorry, I turned off the screaming notification, but we can do it end of stream if you want to hear it. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Holy shit! What if a ghost baby was irresponsible driver? Oh my god, no! And enjoy your lurking, Natsu. All right. I've come to terms with that you are mom. God damn it. No, I'm not your mom. God damn it. Oh my god. According to my family and my then girlfriend, Sarah, all of whom were overjoyed at being able to speak with me, I was asleep for several days on end after the crash. I remember Sarah specifically saying she had missed being able to stare at those beautiful eyes. The time passed at an excruciatingly slow pace until physical therapy finally escalated to the point where I could be pushed around in a wheelchair. The doctors were surprisingly hopeful that I'd be able to walk again. But it was what they called cautious optimism. Nobody wanted to tell me I could be independent again and then have to admit that they were wrong later. Obviously, I was very hopeful myself, though even transferring from chair to bed was a painful challenge. It was around this time that I noticed I never dreamed anymore. When I slept, I only felt the same nothingness that I felt immediately after the crash. All the days blended together for a while after that. The next memory I can actually separate from the rest is the first time I tried walking on my own. There were staff members holding onto my arms and waist, just in case I fell, and with their help, I made it all the way across the room on my first try. The doctors said they had never seen such a rapid recovery. I was giddy. Obviously, I wasn't out of the woods yet, but soon I was allowed to live at home again with frequent PT sessions, and some weeks after that, I returned to work. Life was almost normal for a while, except for a very slight limp in my left leg, the side that the train hit me on. I was feeling pretty normal. It was only after about a month of living in my own house that weird things started to happen. Also, I'm gonna take a quick drink. How are you guys doing? We love story time with Grandma. Yeah, do you? I don't know why I thought it was going to be pushed around in a wheelbarrow. Oh no. Twinsies with the story, dude. My left side is fucked up. Is it? Oh no. I'm sorry. Ghost started whispering choo choo. Scariest shit. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Choo choo. The first thing I noticed was that I felt an occasional stinging on my right forearm. Like a thin needle was puncturing my skin. It was a tiny prick, maybe twice a day at most. I figured it was just nerve trauma or something and blocked it from my mind. Feigning ignorance was harder to do when I started hearing things, though. While I was reading in bed one night, I thought I heard Sarah crying. I strained my ears to make sure, and I definitely heard her sobs, but very distantly, like I was submerged in a pool. I made my way downstairs quickly, concerned that she had hurt herself or something, but she was just washing dishes in the kitchen. "Are you okay?" I asked cautiously. "Yeah, why?" she asked nonchalantly. "No reason." I dismissed the oddities as best I could. After all, how could anyone expect to recover from being hit by a goddamn train without some lingering effects? Every so often, mostly when I was trying to fall asleep or sitting in a silent room, I would hear occasional sounds that I couldn't connect at first. Gradually, I determined that they were hospital sounds. Stretchers being rolled across tile floors, beeping from machines, rapid chatter between nurses and doctors. Although I figured anyone who had suffered as much trauma as I had would experience some degree of whatever I was experiencing, I decided to bring it up with my doctor. He told me it was perfectly normal for someone in my circumstances, and he could prescribe me a sleep aid if I felt it was necessary. I told him it wasn't a big deal. I was just satisfied that a doctor could explain my symptoms. The odd glimpse of what seemed to be my past only increased in frequency. When I slept, I finally dreamed again, but it was always the same thing. If I saw anything at all, it was a hospital room. Sometimes there were other people in the room, and sometimes I was alone with the machines. There was one night in particular, in which my dream was more vivid and gripping than usual. My eyes opened wearily to see Sarah asleep on the chair beside my hospital bed. "Sarah?" I croaked. She jerked awake. "Henry!" She scrambled to my side, clutching my hand. At this point, it occurred to me that I was dreaming. I stared right into Sarah's eyes. "I'm asleep right now." She seemed concerned. "No, Henry, you're finally awake. I'm right here. It's been so long." "Of course you would say that. You're part of my dream." I smiled, amused. "I'll probably wake up any second." But as I spoke, the familiar soreness caught up to me all at once, practically knocked the wind from my lungs. "Henry, no!" Her distress was now evident. "I don't know what you're talking about. Stay with me, Henry. Stay awake. Look at me." I shook my head defiantly and closed my eyes. When I opened them, I was back in my own bed. It was about 3 in the morning. I sat awake, pondering what I had just seen. I thought I heard Sarah crying again, even though I could see her sleeping beside me. When Sarah finally woke up, she rolled over and laid an arm across my chest. "Good morning, big guy," she smiled groggily. "If I was asleep right now, what would you tell me?" I asked. "What?" She chuckled. "That's kind of heavy stuff to drop on a sleepy person." "Just bear with me. If I was asleep right now, dreaming, you know, what would you tell me?" "Well, I feel pretty real," she noted, patting different parts of her body. "Do you think I'm not real?" "Of course not," I said. We got ready for our day. I couldn't stop thinking about my dream, though. I noticed that when I tried really hard to space out at work and listen closely enough, I could hear the hospital sounds more clearly. I was naturally concerned about this. Alright, little a pause. And hello, Alec Morrow Quinn. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm happy to see you. Hi. Mal's eyes are glowing in the dark. Are glow in the dark scented? Yeah, does it smell good? You gonna sniff my eyes? Are you gonna do the Japanese thing where you can like lick each other's eyes? Don't do that. Doctor, I keep hearing Chris Pratt doing a mid-tier Mario voice. Oh no. Guess what? What is it? What is it, Nikkei? I would tell you that Raid Shadow Legends is a new mobile RPG. No! And oh, you. Alright, you'll get your Ara. Holy shit, this is pro-level VA content. This is why we love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. Thank you, Jay. Alright, let me pause the music for a second. God damn it. How many fucking Aras will it take until you're satisfied? How many will it take? Alright. Ara. There you go. There's your Ara. There you go. The Japanese thing where they lock each other's eyes. Oh, yeah, lick. Yeah, that's a thing. I mean, it's not like super... I mean, I know of some people that have done that in the US too. It's not like just a Japan thing, but that's like where I first heard about it. I immediately have to wash your eyes with what? People's saliva? You want to wash your eyes with little licks? Is that what you want? You want to wash your eyes? Here, let me help you. Come here. Here. You need to wash your eyes, I can help you. Oh, hi, Rift. Welcome, how are you? Welcome, how's it going? We're doing spooky stories. I'm happy to see you. And hello, the Dirt Artist. Welcome, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, how are you? Give us another? No. Oh god, another Ara. I thought you meant another lick. I was like, no. God damn it. All right. Here we go. What a horrible day to acquire knowledge. I'm sorry. This maid has lost the plot. I got lost in the sauce. All right. Ada, ada. There you go. Just for you. Thank you. Thank you for the channel point redemption. Oh wait, I should probably there you go. Put my tongue back in my mouth, huh? Next time I recommend an authentic eye wash. God damn it. Something medically proven. Yeah, something that won't like kill you. I followed so I can chat. Okay, that's okay. Well, welcome. Make sure that you follow the rules and that you're respectful of others, okay? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, my body popped a whole bunch. Thank you for redeeming the stretch. I appreciate it. That was a very nice stretch. Whew. Well, how are you? Welcome. All right, here we go. Continuing on with the story. Ah, oops. Oh shit. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to hit my mic. Sorry. There we go. All right. I hope that wasn't too loud. Alright, I can't do this song. I have spooky Nintendo music up, but this one's a little bit too goofy. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, it's the same song! I skipped like 5 minutes into the future and it's the same one. There we go, okay. Here we go. That night, I went to bed early, and just as I thought, I was transported immediately to the hospital bed. I felt the thin sheets beneath my fingers. I opened my eyes, and Sarah was reading a book in the same chair as before. I just looked at her for a long time, trying to discern if she was real. She certainly seemed real enough. She turned pages with the same flourish that she had always had, and chewed on one of the temples of her reading glasses. Eventually, she looked up and met my eyes. "You're awake again," she gasped. "Victoria, Paul, he's awake!" My parents entered the room moments later, looking excited. I talked with them all for a long time, of course. Of course, my parents, too, denied the fact that I was asleep, but that topic passed quickly. Instead, we discussed my condition. I had been in a coma for almost 3 months with little response. They had been slowly losing hope for my recovery until my brain showed signs of activity. Since that time, they had been visiting me frequently, hoping that I would wake up. It seemed a pretty convincing story. After many hours of talking, I had to stop. I was legitimately sleepy. Of course, they all understood, and I fell back asleep. Only this time, I didn't wake up in my own bed. I woke up in the same hospital bed a few hours later. I had to think about it for a very long time, but eventually concluded that I must have imagined my miraculous recovery, and had been in a coma the whole time after all. As you can imagine, it was hard to accept at first. Since then, I've been making a second recovery, which has been slower and less successful than the first. That's why, for a long time, I was mostly convinced that I'm really awake this time. Nobody walks after getting blindsided by a train. At least, not without lots of hard work. I've still only left my wheelchair on crutches, and it's been 6 years. Probably sounds like a bittersweet ending, and at one point, I agreed. I was prepared to live happily ever after in my wheelchair, and maybe even graduate to crutches someday, except for one thing. When I'm getting ready for bed, after I turn off my lamp and my head hits the pillow, I can still hear them. The faint sounds of a busy hospital. I know that many of you will say, "But I'm real. This is real life. Of course you're awake." But that's what you're supposed to say. Nobody's going to tell me I'm fake, you're dreaming, wake up. I'm still asleep, and I've learned to deal with it. I know that nobody I meet during the day is real, but I'm tired, so I just pretend. And that will have to do. And that was, I've come to terms with the fact that everything I know is a dream. What do you think? Did you guys like it? Was it spooky enough? What'd you guys think? Did you like it? I like that story a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's just the perfect amount of spooky, where it's not like any like, oh, creepy ghouls or goblins or demons. It's like, this is something that could very well actually happen. You know, getting into a situation that you can't control because someone else forces you into it without you realizing, and then just reliving and not knowing what's real and not knowing what's fake. I think it's good. I liked it a lot. Plot twist, the actual horror is the US healthcare system and their medical bills. 3 months later and they're like, please wake up. We gotta pull the plug, it's too expensive. A true nightmare is letting something like that slide, because personally I wouldn't. Oh wait, what? What do you mean? I'm curled up in a corner with my doggo at the moment, so I'm gonna go with yes. Aw. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It's good, but also big brain. What if the story also had goblins? I know that this is a dream because every morning I see a new goblin. A new goblin these nuts. But also, why didn't they drive diagonally off the tracks? I've heard I've had to do that. That's fair. My guess is that they might have been pushed. I think that they were pushed into a situation to where they couldn't. Like, the train was about to come, the person pushed them onto the tracks, and they didn't really have any room to like back up or move forward. And when they tried to get out, by that time it was already too late, and they tried to get out of their car and they got hit. And see you, Nikkei! See you soon. Anything worse than trauma is trauma, but also goblins are there. Also the goblins, you know. they can be pretty bad. Alright, here we go. Let me see. Okay, so oh, whoa, it suddenly got much darker. Oh, interesting. Okay, ready? Light, dark. Light, dark. Light, dark. Apparently, how bright it is in here is determined by how light I am, and my screen, I have my second monitor is either very bright or very dark. That's cool. Monkey. This definitely feels like monkey energy. And hello, Equinox. Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Remember today was the maid stream and I came as fast as I could. Oh, of course. Of course. Reminds me, where in my dream I was on the train. I got out of the train trying to figure out why the train stopped. And then I turned around and another train sped towards me and I couldn't move my foot. And I was paralyzed as the train was about to kill me. That sounds scary. That sounds so spooky. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Dude, nightmares are the worst. And hello, welcome. Is it Ugankar? Or is it just like Ugankar? Welcome, I'm happy to see you. How are you? Welcome, welcome. And hi, the ghost. How are you? Happy to see you. Doing fine for once, recovering from my frankly terrifying last few weeks and regaining control of my thoughts. How are you doing? I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry that you've had a rough few weeks, but I'm glad that you're you know, taking the time that you need to and that you're getting better. That makes me very happy. And I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I need a stretch. Alright, I'm not gonna stretch, but I'm gonna like, wait, Alright, I got my legs out. Alright. Retelling scary stories? Yeah. I'm reading some scary stories for you guys. How are you? Welcome. Oh, there's another really good one here. We're gonna read a couple more of the ones that were sent to me, and then I'm gonna pull up another good one. Let me see. There was a really good story that I remember, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, Jesus. I started looking for like the stories, and then I got a bunch of like real things where it was like Florida man kills wife, and I'm like, uh-oh, that's not what I want. That is pretty horrifying, but that's not what I want. You managed to make it back. Sorry for being so late. No worries. Welcome. How are you, Summer? Welcome back. Welcome back. We're always happy to have you. Got back in the store and guess we finally picked up an SSD. What's that? Is that Super Soaker Deluxe? You can get soaked? You get all wet? You can spray people with your Super Soaker? Real life is infinitely scarier than fiction, to be fair. It is. It is. It really is. You already said the scariest part of the year, Florida. I went outside and it's dark and I heard the fucking banging noise in the distance and I shit myself. Oh no, that's spooky. I hate loud noises. It's scary. Forgot Mal was this bad with tech. Yeah. And hello, Psych! Welcome, welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me take a look here. See here. It was like a really long. I'm sorry. I should have gotten this beforehand, but I was like, I didn't like remember this story until now. It's really good. Let me see here. I'm close. I swear to God, I'm close. Stinky. Stinky, stinky. Well, never mind. I guess we'll find it. We'll find it next time. It's this really, you know what? No, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to like slow the stream down. Although while we're here, how are you guys doing today? And do you guys have any fun plans for Halloween? It's coming up soon, actually. I'm surprised with how like quickly time is going by. Do you guys have any fun plans for Halloween? For the spookiest day of the year? Ooh. I looked up what Florida Man did on my birthday. What did Florida Man do on your birthday? Damn it. Let me see here. I found it! I found it! I found it! I'm so good! I'm so good! I found it! Okay, I found it. Here's the spookiest thing to do on Halloween. Be alone with your thoughts. That is the spookiest thing. That is the spookiest thing. I'm gonna chill since I already had my final girl arc when I was 7. Yeah. And hello, Myron. Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. And hello, Nerve Agent. I'm happy to see you. Welcome. How are you guys? I hate when I'm super focused on a game. I don't hear her come and she scares the crap out of me. Oh my God. When you're like hard focused on something and someone comes into the room, that's the scariest shit. It like, oh my God, it like takes years off your life. And hello, C. Valorant. Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to see you. How's it going? Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna read another one that was sent in, and then I'm gonna read this one. I feel like maybe I read this one already on stream once, but it's good. And I'm gonna read it again if I did. I can't tell if I did or not. It's another little bit of a long one. So we'll read a couple short ones and then we'll read this long one together. So let's see here. All right, let's do So I Lost My Phone. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at a local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave me a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up, as a lost cause, and headed home. I found my phone lying on my nightstand, right where I left it.
Ooh, that's spooky. Someone snuck in there and answered the phone. They went, and then they hung up and left. Ooh, spooky, spooky, spooky.
That's like the very edge of who was phone type story for me. The very edge of who was phone. Most scared I've ever been is when my father jumped around the corner as I walked back into my house. Didn't know he was coming. I literally fell to the floor. Oh no, that's so spooky. Oh hell no. Most scared I've been was like 5 minutes ago. Oh no. I think the most scared that I ever was is so when I was like, I think probably 5th grade. And hello, welcome, Blue Moon. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. How are you? Hello. So this, I think the most scared that I've ever been is when I was probably like fourth grade, maybe. Somewhere between like 3rd and 4th grade. I had a lot of issues with sleeping at night. My bedtime was like 8 p.m. and I wouldn't be tired, so I'd, quote unquote, go to bed. And then when everyone was asleep, I'd get up and I'd like walk around my house. I wouldn't do anything. I would just like walk around because I couldn't fall asleep. And there was one night that I walked out of my bedroom and I went over and I sat on the couch, and we had this really large window at the front of our house. And from where I was sitting on the couch, I could see the street light. And, so my house was almost on a corner, so I could see the corner house on the opposite side of the street. And right behind the house was a street light. And underneath the street light, I saw this really tall person without a face, like this tall, skinny person without a face. I was just looking at me. And I like sat there and I kind of looked around. Well, kind of in my peripheral, I saw, I like made sure that I wasn't looking at the lamp, like that was something that definitely shouldn't have been there, but I couldn't like take my eyes off of it, and I just stared at it. And I stared at it for so long that I passed out and woke up like the next morning on the couch after I had like stared at it for so long. And that's like the most scared I've ever been, because I've like felt really like shaken to my core, because it was like weird. It was so creepy. And then probably about maybe 4, maybe 5 years after that. No, I'd say 5 or 6 years after that is when Slenderman started getting popular on the internet. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, that looks exactly like what I saw when I was a kid. I don't believe in it, of course, but like, I was like, oh shit, that's what I saw when I was a kid. Fuck, dude. It looked exactly like that. What the fuck? It was spooky. It was really spooky. You do that too, where like you like walk around when you can't sleep? It usually helps, unless if you find something spooky to stare at. I knew he was real. I don't think he was real, but probably mind tricks due to you being young and it being late. That's fair. Although I never really got spooked as a kid, or I never had any issues with like spooky things. So it seems a little bit odd to me that like that happened, and that was the only time that something like that happened until like many years later. But it was weird. Although it was probably a mind game, but it was creepy. I was scared of a black and white clown named Lucius because he didn't talk. He just stared at you. Then in the cornfield, I got hit on the shoulder by a chainsaw without teeth, and I got pissed off. What? Was that like at a haunted house? Nothing better than feeling like you're being stalked in the woods. I know, right? Tall guy's scariest moment was realizing that he was being judged for not having a face. Rip, rest in peace, Slender Man. Get fucked. Alright, so the next story it's another short one called The Photographs. A few months ago, a friend of mine, who is an up-and-coming nature photographer, decided to spend a day and night alone in the woods outside of our town. She wanted to get photos of the woods and wildlife as naturally as she could for her portfolio. She wasn't afraid of being alone, as she had camped by herself many times before. She was set up in a tent in the middle of a small clearing and spent the day taking pictures. She filled up 4 rolls of film on that trip, but something was strange about them. What she saw in those pictures has stayed with her ever since, and she's still trying to recover from the trauma that they have caused her. Almost every picture was accounted for, save for 1 picture in each roll of film. These pictures were of her, asleep in her tent in the middle of the night. Ew, that's creepy. Ew. It's like the stories about stalking where I'm like,
Ugh, I don't like that. Ew, yucky. Ugh, gross. I don't like stalkers. Yucky, yucky.
that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that. I don't know. It's like I'm not really scared of like ghosts or demons or things like that, because if they're like evil spirits, I imagine there have to be good spirits out there too, right? Like if there's a demon, there's an angel, and if there's like an angry, vengeful ghost, then there's one that would be like willing to help you out too. So those don't really scare me as much, but it's people that scare me, because people are unpredictable, and it's easy to just say, oh, demons are evil, or oh, angels are good, but humans are both, which is even scarier. So it's the stories that are about people that scare me the most. Scariest dream you've ever had? Oh, well, oh no, this one's kind of goofy. It's not even, it was just all of my scary dreams have been like goofy. Now that I think about it, there are only 2 nightmares that I've had that have actually like scared me. God damn it. The first one is right after I watched the movie RV. The stupid like family comedy RV. I had a dream that my parents and I and my brother were all like in an RV on a family trip. And they needed to get to this gas station because we were almost out of gas. But the gas station was on top of this giant like cliff, and like it was just a gas station. And then surrounding the gas station, like on all sides, was just this huge pit. And aside from the pit, there was like a little road that was almost 90 degrees up. It was just this really steep hill. And so we were like going up the hill to get gas, and then like on the other sides of this street was just emptiness. Like there was just a giant bottomless black pit. And it was like this really thin road to get up to there, and we ran out of gas while we were driving up. And so like my brother and my dad got out of the car and they went around it to like push us up, while my mom and I were inside. And as they were pushing us up the hill, the truck, or the RV, like tipped over and fell off into the blackness. And then I woke up, and that scared me. It like shook me to my core. I was super young when it happened too. It was like a really, really long time ago, but that one was too goofy. But that was one. And yes, what's up, Summer? What's up? I see you. I don't even remember, but I remember I woke up and ran into the living room and I was crying for 2 hours. Oh no. And yeah, we can share like dreams that we've had, of course. I too dream of road trips on Hot Wheel tracks. Oh my god. I dreamed that Pennywise was chasing me in that stop motion way, but I knew I was dreaming, so I woke up smiling. Really? Oh wow. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Oh shit. Oops. Wait. Okay. We're gonna Here, I'm gonna cover the screen. Give me 1 second. I'm not leaving or anything. I'm still here. You can still hear the music. I'm gonna pull out the head pats, okay? I'm gonna pull out the head pats, so give me 1 second. 1 second. Because for some reason, it's not working right now. It's being stinky. It's being yucky. There we go. Okay. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Gas prices are terrifying, so I sympathize. Oh no. I'm scared of falling into a river that I can't get out, or falling into a long hole I can't get out. Yeah, being stuck is a very scary idea. Same plus. Oh, posture check and a stretch. Oh my god, thank you, Pale. Alright. No more shrimp back. No more. I'm gonna slightly adjust my mic because as my mic lowers, so does my body. Alright, no more shrimp back and I'll stretch. Oh my god, oh my god! Pale! Whoa, what the heck? Thank you for more head pats! Oh my god, and thank you for the hydration check. Holy shit. Making sure I got all the self-care I need, huh? Mom, I'm not your mom, and you're not orphans. Well, some of you may be, but I don't know. Speaking of dreams, why can't I force punch my nightmare? I'm always punching with limp noodles. Honestly, though, self-care is best care. Thank you, Pale. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for looking out. The other dream, and this is like the embarrassing one. This is the cringy one. Are you ready for this? The real ones give their points to hydration and posture. Meanwhile, me, ara. That is fair. It's okay though. It's okay though. You know, the heart wants what the heart wants. So the cringy nightmare that I had that scared me as a kid. Oh my god, I'm gonna get bullied for this, aren't I? So, when I was very young, I had this dream that I was in Dora the Explorer, right? Okay, so I had this dream that I was in the show, but I was at the age to where I didn't watch the show. And so I was in the show, but Dora's like, "Can you find this?" And I was like, "Oh my god, come on, let's just go do this." And we were at a playground, and all of a sudden, like while she's trying to be like, "Can we count, like, let's count the colors on like a spinny thing or whatever," this like rabid boy comes into the dream, and he's like frothing at the mouth, red eyes, looks crazy, is like unhinged, and he starts like chasing us, and I'm like, holy shit. And so like I grab Dora's hand and I run, and we try to like go down the slide, and he's like chasing us, and then there's like one of those big wheels where it's got like the metal bars on it that you hold on to, and someone spins it. And we got on that, and she was being like really stupid, like as if she couldn't see what this guy was doing, and she's like, "How many swings are there?" And I was like, "Now is not the time, Dora, we're gonna die." And we get over to like the spinny thing, and she's like, "Let's count the colors." And I'm like, "Let's not." And I push her onto it, and I start spinning it, and I jump on, and then like the kid like is rabid, and he like bites her head off. This was such a horrible dream. And he like bites her head off, and like then I wake up, and like 6 months later, they come out with fucking Diego, which is Dora's cousin. And that's the fucking shit that I saw in my dream. That's the fucking kid from my nightmare. The one that like murdered Dora. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell is that? I swear to God, I'm somehow psychic, because it was fucking Diego. I was like, what the fuck? It was so weird. And hello, Destiny the Mind. Welcome. I'm happy to see you. How are you? Welcome. How are you? I am wilding. It was such a weird dream. It was such a weird nightmare. What is wrong with your small brain? I mean, So that's why Diego got his own show. Yeah, he fucking killed Dora. He took it over. You can relate to dreams where you're the only one who can see the scary thing while you're asking for help. Yeah, my brother had a nightmare. Well, it was scary to him, but he had a nightmare. Like, to put in perspective, I'm gonna call her Samantha. That's not my mother's name, but I'm gonna call her Samantha, right? So I had like whenever I would try to like, get my mom's attention, I'd go, "Mom, mom, 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 mom. Samantha, call me mom." And she would tell me to call her mom, and that was the only way that I could get her attention, because she would block out the word mom, but then if I tried to use her first name, she'd just get mad at me and tell me to call her mom. And so that's a little bit of context for this, right? And so my brother had a nightmare that he was in McDonald's with my mom, and she was talking with like a high school friend of hers, someone she hadn't seen for a while, and all of a sudden in the McDonald's, giant fucking dinosaurs start coming in. And they start breaking down the building, and this T-Rex comes in and breaks open the building. And my brother's like, Mom, like trying to grab her shirt. And she's like, yeah, okay, cool, honey. And she's like ignoring him while she's talking to her friend while he's trying to get help. And that was his nightmare. He told me about that a long time ago, and it's stuck with me ever since because it's so funny because it sounds exactly like our mom. It sounds like a legit creepypasta. It does. The Dora story, it does. It's so cringy and stupid. My grandpa did that? Really? We couldn't call him dad or grandpa. We could only call him by his name, so people immediately thought he was a stepdad. I think he didn't want anyone else to walk up and say dad because that'd be hard to explain. That's fair. I wouldn't say it was a nightmare, but anyone ever had a dream that felt like a normal day, but then you wake up and actually live that same event, like deja vu type deal? I haven't had that. I actually very rarely dream. It's extremely rare for me to have a dream. I used to have very frequent nightmares, and it started coming back recently, actually. So I usually would dream maybe once per year, and I'd have nightmares maybe like once every 6 months or so. If that. Sometimes it's like once every couple years that I would dream. And I'd have nightmares, like once every like year or so. But like I think it was 2 days ago, I had 2 nightmares in the same night. It was crazy. But I very, very rarely dream. May I say a nightmare I had as a kid? Yeah, of course, absolutely. Of course. My dreams are just friggin' weird. That's fair. While you guys are typing out your crazy dreams, I'm gonna read the next story. It's called The Message. Don't dismiss this outright, as if the work of some raving lunatic. There's some sense to this story, if you'll just hear me out. Look, we all wonder if time travel is possible, right? Well, let me tell you something. It is. I'm from the future, actually. I know you probably don't believe that, but seriously, I'm from the future. It's a really great thing, getting to see the past, watching events unfold, stuff like that. We know more now than we ever would. Behind all the fun, though, there's a more serious aspect. We aren't supposed to go in our own timeline, and we are never allowed to contact our past selves. Let me tell you, I'm breaking that rule right now. Yes, kid, you're talking to yourself, your future self. I'm going to be executed for this, but you know what? I accept that. I'm preventing something by talking to you that is worse than death. I can't tell you outright what to do because the filters would catch it. This is the closest I can get. Trust me. I can, however, send a little message. You should probably read the first word of every paragraph now. And if you read the first words, it says, "Don't look behind you." I got my back to the wall, so that one doesn't really work on me, but, you know. And hello, Puntable Child! Puntable Child, that's such a good name! Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow, Puntable Child. I love you. How are you? Welcome. Oh, another stretch. Here we go. Also, Saberman, did you still want to share that nightmare? That was a good stretch, believe it or not. Did you still want to share that nightmare? I'd still like to read it. Does Mao being my crazy dream count? Wait, what? Like I was in your dream? What? Oh my god, if anyone ever dreamed about me, that'd be crazy. Oh my god, that'd be so weird. Oh my god. Still typing? Okay, no worries. Take your time. Never gonna give you up. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a Rickroll. actually remember one nightmare I had. I don't even remember what it really was, but it involved this TV show I watched as a kid that gave me nightmares. Oh, interesting. Was it Courage the Cowardly Dog? Because that show was horrifying. I refused to watch that. It scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Scared of stuff appearing behind me, are you? Looks behind me anyways, yeah. Hello, I'm here to give you a tip on how to kill a spooky vibe. Oh? It's called being named Puntable Child. That's an amazing tip. Thank you, Puntable Child. Thank you. It's also some ironic timing because on my Let's Play of The Letter that I've been doing on YouTube, like I've been streaming it, there, like in the last episode of The Letter, we met a child and I was like, kick it into the sun, punt the child. So it's like such funny timing. I've had nightmares of Courage. Honestly, that's like the most horrifying fucking show. Courage scared you? It was terrifying. I tried to watch one episode, and after that I was like, no, I can't watch this show. It was just gross. And hello, KO Master, or Cow Master. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. How are you? I think all children are innately puntable, no? They are, yeah. They are. Hello, pretty person. Hello. Hi. How are you? Thank you.
Thank you for calling me pretty.
As a kid, it's pretty freaky. It is. It's pronounced Chow. Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Chow Master. I appreciate it. Welcome. I've never seen a single episode of Courage, and from what I've heard, I'm glad. It's spooky. My watch party of Courage for Spooky Month. Is that what you guys would want? Courage the Cowardly Dog and what was it? It's Flapjack. Those are the two shows that I like refuse to watch. So to put it short, in my dream, I was tied up above a pool filled with electric eels. I tried calling for help and was greeted by people wearing clown masks, but before I could process what was going on with the mask, dream! Sorry. One of them sneaked up behind me and cut the rope I was tied to, and I fell into the pool, getting electrified in the process. But before I died via electrocution, I woke up, but I had sleep paralysis and a bloody nose and had to go to the doctor in the morning. That's so creepy! Oh my god, that's so creepy! Oh my god! Oh, that's so spooky! Oh my goodness, that's super spooky! Ah! Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god, that's scary! I watched Flapjack. I hated Flapjack. Oh, I hated it. You want a creepy ass show? Anyone remember Mr. Meaty? Oh my god, yeah! Is it like the squishy guys and they like work at a meat place? I actually liked that show, believe it or not. I actually vibed with that one when I watched it. I liked it. Sleep paralysis is terrifying. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my god. Non-typical nightmare, but I've had a dream of bombs falling out of a plane nearby, but woke up before they reached the ground. Oh, interesting. Huh. Mao is literally broken, confirmed. Why? I liked what Mr. Meaty was fine. It was okay. What freaks me out the most is about my dream. 2 days later, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, and they had a scene where someone fell into a tank filled with electric eels. Oh god, it's so weird how like dreams can do that. It's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and read the next one. It's a long one. I think I may have read this one a long time ago. Oh my god, I think it was last year actually that I had a spooky story stream. I might have read this one back then. If I have, I apologize, but it's a really good one. There's a lot of new people here and I really, really like it. And just in case you guys haven't like heard it, it's really good. So, all right, got my water. The kid looks familiar. So there's a game called Mr. Meat. Oh, like Mr. What is it, Mr. Meat Boy? Or Meat Boy or something like that? It's a few episodes of a certain show that I can't watch or mostly look at without getting slightly freaked out. Ooh, what show is that? Super Meat Boy. Yeah. Alright, so this story is called If You're Armed and at the Glenmont Metro, Please Shoot Me. Make it a headshot. Shoot me in the temple, aiming slightly downwards. I need the bullet to travel the shortest possible distance through my brain before it hits my hippocampus. If I'm lucky, the sensation of the gunshot ripping through my skull will only last a few decades. As awful as this sounds, you'll be doing me an enormous favor. Death by a headshot, as soon as possible, is vastly better than the alternative. My ordeal started over 10,000 years ago at 10:15 this morning. I earn extra money by participating in drug trials. I'm a so-called healthy subject who takes experimental drugs to help assess side effects. Once it was a kidney drug. A few times it's been something for blood pressure or cholesterol. This morning, they told me the drug I took was a psychoactive substance intended to accelerate brain function. None of the drugs I had tested so far have ever done anything for me, in the recreational sense. In other words, none of the drugs I've tested have ever given me a killer buzz or mellowed me out or anything. Maybe I've always ended up the placebo group, but nothing I've tasted had affected me at all. Today's drug was different. This shit worked. They gave me a pill at 10:15 and told me to hang out in the waiting room until they called me back for some tests. Only about 30 minutes, the research assistant told me. I flopped onto the waiting room couch and read a few articles from a copy of Psychology Today that was sitting on the coffee table. They hadn't called me back when I finished the Psychology Today, so I picked up US News and read it cover to cover. Then I read an old Scientific American. What was taking them so damn long? I sluggishly turned my head to look at the wall clock. It was only 10:23 a.m. I had read all 3 magazines in 8 minutes. I remember thinking this was going to be a long day. I was right. The waiting room had a little bookshelf with some used hardcovers on it. When I stood up to walk to the bookshelf, it felt like my legs barely worked. It's not that they were weak, they were just slow. It took a full minute just to stand up off the couch and another minute to take 2 steps to the bookcase. I scanned the old books on the shelf and picked out a copy of Moby Dick. My arms had the same problem as my legs. Just reaching 1 foot in front of me to grab the book took a long time. I actually got bored just waiting for my hand to reach the spine of the book. I slogged back to the couch and collapsed onto it in a slow motion fall that reminded me of the low gravity hops of astronauts on the moon. I opened Moby Dick, slowly, and began reading. I started with Call Me Ishmael and got as far as Ahab throwing his pipe into the sea, which was all the way to friggin' chapter 30 before they called me back. Also, thank you so much for subscribing, Pale. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And get a double kill. No! That's horrible. Yeah, maid stream. Hi, Smooth Shading. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Hello, it's my rigging papa. How are you? We're reading some spooky stories. I hope you enjoy. How are you feeling? The research assistant asked me. I feel slow, I said. Actually, it's the other way around. Everything seems slow because you're so fast. But my legs, my arms, they're moving in slow motion. Your body seems like it's moving slowly because your brain is fast. Your brain is running 10 or 20 times faster than normal. You are thinking and perceiving reality at an accelerated pace, but your body is still constrained by the laws of biomechanics. Frankly, you're moving much faster than a normal person. She pantomimed a jogging motion. But your brain is running so much faster right now that even your fast walk seems very slow to you. I thought about my slow motion flop onto the waiting room couch. Even if my muscles had slowed down, my body would still react to gravity the same way. But in the waiting room, I even fell in slow motion. Slow muscles couldn't explain why gravity seemed weaker. My brain was going at warp 10. That's how I managed to read 3 magazines in the first 30 chapters of Moby Dick in 15 minutes. Also, bye, Psych. Thank you for coming in. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Maltene! Hopefully we'll see you next time. You think this is bad? This is what Sonic the Hedgehog has to live with every day. Oh my god. Is he not hearing them in slow motion? I think he is. Probably. They ran a series of tests on me. The physical tests were fun. They made me juggle 3 balls, then 4, then 6 balls. Sorry. I had no problem keeping 6 balls in the air because they seemed to be moving so slowly. It was boring, frankly, waiting for each ball to move through its arc so I could catch it with my slow motion hands and toss it back into the air. They threw Cheerios in the air and I caught them with chopsticks. They dropped a handful of coins and I counted the total value before they hit the ground. The cognitive tests were less fun but very illuminating. Finish a 50-word search, 3 seconds. Solve an intricate maze drawn onto a poster-sized paper, 2 seconds. View a slideshow projected at 10 images per second and answer detailed questions about what I saw. 95% correct. They told me I measured over 250 on the Knopf scale. I don't know how to say that, I'm so sorry. On the Knopf scale. Apparently, that's deep into the superhuman range of thinking speeds. Then they sent me home.
It'll wear off in a few hours, they said, which will seem like days to you.
Try to use the residual effects to get some work done. Catch up on those emails while you're still in high-speed mode. The ride home was horrible. I was only 3 metro stops, and in real-world time, it only took about 30 minutes, but in my drug-accelerated hyper time, it felt like days. Days. Just walking out of the medical research suite to the elevator seemed like it took an hour. I sprinted out of the office, willing my legs to push me faster, but the laws of biomechanics held me prisoner. As accelerated as my brain was, I couldn't do anything to make my legs work faster. Balls. Sorry. He hears so fast that the only ones who can communicate with him are these 3 chipmunks who sing, "Oh no." Also, I'm gonna take a quick drink. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, and hello! Welcome, Mikitsuki! Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, I'm happy to have you here. How are you? The huge disconnect between my body and mind made it extremely difficult to judge how and when to slow down, turn, or rotate my body. I had basically turned into giant slow-motion spaz. I misjudged my speed and rammed into the wall by the elevator button at a pretty good speed. Even though I could see the wall coming at me, I couldn't make my finger outstretched to hit the elevator button, move away fast enough, and I jammed it against the wall. Hard. The pain was intense. If my brain had been running at regular speed, it probably only would have hurt for 30 seconds or so. But in my accelerated state, the intense pain seemed to last for a half an hour, 45 minutes maybe. The elevator ride was horrible. I felt like I spent 4 or 5 hours just descending 7 floors, with nothing to look at but the interior of the elevator car. And hello! Welcome! Is it Shad Spieler? VT? Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome! Hi, how are you? Well, this is awkward. Oh, I'm sorry. We're in the middle of a story. I'm so sorry about that. I don't think it has too much longer. Hopefully we'll be on to the next one soon. Good, how about you? I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking, and I'm glad that you're doing good. I'm glad. All right. So this is the story of someone who took some drugs that were supposed to make his brain go faster, and now he's experiencing side effects that make everything seem slower because of it. I sprinted to the metro station. I have to admit, this part was almost fun. Even though my body moved at what seemed to me super slow speed, I could still carefully choose how and where to place my feet, swing my arms, and turn my torso. It only took a block or two to It only took a block or two of getting used to having a brain that ran 24 times faster than my body. Then I basically sprint danced the rest of the way, twisting and juking between people on the sidewalk and dodging moving cars within inches, aka minutes, of clearance. I spent an hour, in my time frame, descending into the subway and running to the platform, endless tedium waiting the 6 minutes for the red line train to arrive. Although there was more to look at the metro platform than inside the elevator, it was still intensely boring. I should have stolen that copy of Moby Dick. The red line train roared into the station in slow motion, then the normally high-pitched squeal of its brakes was frequency shifted by my high-speed mind to a long, low tone, like a monotone tuba solo. It wasn't just the squealing subway train that was 3 octaves lower than normal. All sound was slowed to the point of near inaudibility. Voices were gone, shifted below the threshold frequency of my hearing. I did manage to hear a screaming baby on my subway car. Her shrieks slowed to sound like whale songs. Sharp sounds like a car horns and trucks bouncing over potholes were low, muddied roars like distant thunder. Oh goodness, Natsu! God damn it, Natsu! Natsu just redeemed a point reward that causes me to sing everything I say for 5 minutes. I hope that you don't mind. I just did it 'cause I had the points. You're such a little scamp. Hello, boy. Welcome. There he is. All right. Back at the research offices, I could still hear and communicate with the research staff, but now verbal communication with anyone would be impossible. The effects of the drug were still intensifying. I spent what seemed like days on that fucking red line train. Days. Listening to the whale song of the screaming baby and the tuba solo of the brakes, where ordinary voices were frequency shifted out of my audio range. Smells didn't seem to be affected. I never became nose blind to the body odor, the stench of the train's brakes, and melange of farts and other smells wafting through the metro car. Ew, that sounds really awful. That sounds really terrible. You think I should wear the maid outfit for every stream? Absolutely not. The effects of the drug are still intensifying. GLaDOS probably. Oh my god. I finally got back to my apartment, sprinting through my open door and into the front hall at full speed was like a slow, relaxing drift down a lazy river. I was relieved to be home. At least I had stuff I could do there. I picked up the book I was reading, 100 Years of Solitude, and finished it. Despite turning the pages so quickly that I tore many of them, it seemed like most of the time I spent finishing the book was spent on page turning and not actually reading. 3 minutes had passed since I got home. I tried surfing the internet. My god, it takes a long time for computers to boot these days. But it was too frustratingly slow. Hours, seemingly, to load each new page, and a fraction of a second just to read it. 100 articles in my newsfeed read, and just 3 more minutes done. You don't get to. You guys are such butts. I see you all saying I. But too bad for you. Tell you what, maybe I'll start a separate fund for us to commission my Art Mama Saga. If I can get a maid outfit, like a real one, I might set aside a separate fund for that, if you guys would want. And then I could always have a maid outfit. Although that's something you guys have to fund yourself. There's another outfit that I want to get, but it's gonna take a while for me to get the funds for it. So that's your guys' doing. And hello, the born loser, welcome. Someone redeemed points that caused me to have to sing for 5 minutes. Your voice is familiar. Do you read YouTube? Do you read stories on YouTube? No, I don't. But thank you. I did have one scary story stream about a year ago, but I think that's all that I've done. I also did one short story years ago, but it only got like 30 views, and it's gone now, so you probably didn't hear that one. Oh, you have? I didn't realize. Welcome, the born loser. I dipped into my pile of yet-to-be-read books and finished 2 more. 4 more minutes had passed. I decided to try to sleep off the remaining effects of the drug. Unfortunately, whatever part of my mind is responsible for perception, the part that's been accelerated to hyperspeeds by the drug isn't the same as the part that governs sleep. Despite being awake for what I perceive as days, my physical brain still thought it was 1:25 p.m. It was not ready for sleep. Alright, there we go. There's your 5 minutes of singing. Alright, there you go. There you go. You got your singing. There we go. Yes, it is. And I'm sorry. I've been reading stories. I'm sorry. I went outside and I saw 2 little eyes floating about it was a dog with a torch on. Oh, yep. I know. It's been 5 minutes. All right. Hush. All right. Fine. I'll never sing for you guys again. I'm taking that point redeem out. I'm taking that out. You get no more. As far as I'm concerned, we're allowed to vote on a topic if we want. Well, yeah, you can. But remember, I am named Mao for a reason. You know, like the Chinese dictator Mao. So this is a dictatorship, so you can struggle all you want. I get the final say at the end of the day. Alright, let's keep reading. Nevertheless, I tried to sleep. Oh? You just want to say dick? What? What? You just want to say dick? What? No? Thank you for the bit. What do you mean? And enjoy your lurking, honey. Let's ban that work. What? Huh? Oh, that word? Oh. I vote for Minecraft creepypasta stream? Oh my god. Maybe. And thank you so much, Shad. I appreciate that. Thank you. Alright. Oh, hell nah. This is where Equinox puts in his resignation as mod. Oh, thank you so much, Pale. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. You ever watch Crypt VT? No. Crypt TV. I don't think I have. It doesn't sound familiar. I may have and I don't realize it, but I don't think so. Oh my goodness! Thank you again, Pale Writer. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Nevertheless, I tried to sleep. I walked to my bedroom, a slow 45-minute drift through my apartment, and flung myself into bed, lazily falling like a feather onto the mattress. I closed my eyes and lay there for hours and hours, 10 minutes of reality time, before giving up. Sleep would not come. I was facing what was going to feel like days, or maybe even weeks, of being trapped in a slow-motion prison. So I took an Ambien. The sensation of the pill and the splash of water I used to swallow it sliding down my throat was sickening. A lump that blocked my breathing, moving like a slug down my esophagus. I read a book. 10 minutes had passed. I read another. 18 minutes since I took the Ambien. I threw the book across the room in disgust at my situation. The book slowly pirouetted and spun through the air, like a leaf blowing in a breeze. It hit the wall with a long, faint rumble, the only sound I had heard for what seemed like hours, then drifted to the floor like a flip-flop sinking in a swimming pool. Oh shit, did I miss an RR? Oh my god, Pale! Holy shit, thank you so much for the bits. Oh my god. That's crazy. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Crypt TV is the channel I told you about with all the horror shorts. Oh, I see. I haven't gotten to watch them yet, but I definitely want to. I definitely want to. Thank you so much. Ara Ara. What do you mean Ara Ara? What do you mean Ara Ara? Huh? What do you mean? Remember, I just want to show my support. Well, thank you. That really means a lot. I really appreciate that. Thank you. The thing they had him test was 5 gum. It was 5 gum. How it feels to chew 5 gum. Shoot me in the head. And thank you for the head pats, Blue Moon. Here, I didn't actually get rid of them last time, so bringing in new ones. Fresh off the block. Thank you for the head pats. I appreciate it. The force of gravity hadn't changed since I took the pill. The laws of physics were the same. It was just my perception of time that had gone wackadoo. This meant I could use the speed things seemed to fall as a way of judging the effects of the drug. Based on how long it took the book to drift to the floor, I estimated the effect of the drug were still intensifying. I read a magazine. I turned on the television. I clearly saw each frame of video like I was watching a slideshow. Frustrated, I turned the television off. I read some more. The first 2 books of Churchill's A History of the English-Speaking Peoples. Not exactly a light read. Frankly, I hated it. But given the hours of tedium it would take to go get another book off my bookshelf, just sitting on the couch and reading Churchill was better, or at least less worse. It had been 35 minutes since I took the Ambien. I laid down on the couch and closed my eyes. Time passed. I inhaled. An hours-long process. Time passed. I exhaled for more hours. Sleep would not come. I needed a new plan. I decided to go back to the offices where they gave me the drug. Maybe they would have something that could counteract its effects, or at least something to knock me out until it wore off. I exited my apartment as fast as possible, taking hours in my time frame to do so. I didn't even bother locking the door. It would have taken too long. Down the stairs, it's faster than the elevator if you run. Through the lobby, out the front door, and onto the street. These few things felt like a long day at the office. Sprinting down the street, dancing and weaving between pedestrians with what must have looked to them superhuman dexterity. Down the first flight of stairs at the metro, across the landing, another hour. Then onto the second flight of stairs. That's when the Ambien hit me. The Ambien didn't make me sleepy. Not at all. Instead, it must have had a severe cross-reaction with the experimental drug I took this morning. I was bounding down the second flight of stairs, moving in slow motion, but still making perceptible progress. Then wham. Everything stopped. Oops, my face looked kind of fucked up. He's perceiving life at 2% speed and took the time to say wackadoo. I know, as a flourish. I know, it's so funny. Dream's cousin? What? This dude out here complaining about omnipotent superpowers. I mean, that sounds awful. That sounds horrifying. Oh, I just realized the music stopped. Uh-oh, I hope that didn't stop too long ago. Oopsies. Sorry about that. Let me get new music up. Let's do... I want more spook music. We're gonna replay this. We're doing more spook music. There we go. Alright. Oh, the misery. Stopped a while ago, but we had your voice to keep us safe. Oh my goodness. Well, sorry about that. It's back up. I know, I just realized, I'm like, wait a second. I haven't heard the music for a very long time. Then wham, everything stopped. And hello, Degenerate. Welcome, welcome. How are you? We're reading a story about someone who took, who was like a drug tester, and they took a drug that was supposed to heighten and make him go faster, but because it makes his brain react so quickly, the rest of his body can't keep up, and so now he feels like he's in extreme slow motion, and we're getting towards the end of this story. And hello, I'm happy to see you. How are you? Then wham, everything stopped. And I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. The dull roar of the street and metro noise ceased, replaced by the most perfect silence I've ever experienced. My downwards motion seemed to completely freeze. Before the Ambien kicked in, my perception of time was maybe a few hundred times slower than real life. After the Ambien took effect, time moved thousands of times slower. Every second seemed like days to me. Even just moving my eyes to focus on the new point was like an impossibly slow scroll across my visual field. Over the course of the afternoon, I learned how to walk, run, and jump when my mind ran hundreds of times faster than my body. But with another 4 or 5 orders of magnitude of slowdown caused by the Ambien, body control was almost impossible. I fell on the stairs, even though I was all but frozen in mid-step. Controlling my muscles was impossible. I commanded my foot forwards for hours, then backwards for hours more when it seemed like I would miss the next step. Hours attempting to adjust the angle of my ankle, then readjusting when it felt wrong. Despite these efforts, I rolled my ankle on the next step. The pain wasn't at all mitigated by the slowness. Hours of increasing strain on my bent ankle. The nerve signals that send pain into the brain must work differently than the nerves in my ear. Sonic energy was spread out over time, diluted until it was imperceptible. Pain flowed into my body, undiluted by the change in my perception of time. Hours and hours of increasing weight on my turned ankle turned into hours of increasing pain upon increasing pain. Mom didn't put too many people in timeout while I was gone, did she? Hey, well, first off, I'm not your mom. If you don't want to go in timeout, you're going to knock that off, okay? And no, I didn't time anyone out. I never do. It's very, very rare for me to do that. Stu could be the next Apex speedrunner. He's doing Ambien in a subway. Oh my god. Taking another drink real quick. Here we go. Mao Mom. No! Oh my god, you guys are infecting. You're infecting people that don't call me mom into trying to call them have them call me mom. I swear to god, I'm not your mom. You've been calling mom for the longest time, but I'm not. I don't want kids. I pitched forwards, my high-speed mind completely unable to control my low-speed body. I drifted downwards for days, managing to rotate my torso, enough to keep my head from impacting the ground first. I eventually landed on my right shoulder. At first the impact wasn't even noticeable. Then I felt a slight pressure in my shoulder as it came in contact with the ground. The pressure grew, bringing increasing pain for hour upon hour. My shoulder finally gave out, popping out of its socket with an endless, sickening tug. I came to a stop days later, crumpled onto the ground, staring at the ceiling, the pain in my shoulder still screaming with the intensity of a fresh, violent injury. I had plenty of time to think during that fall. If every second seemed like days to me, then each minute of real-world time would be like years. Even if the drug cleared out of my system in the next 2 or 3 hours, this nightmare would seem to last centuries. By the time I hit the ground, I had a plan. I would somehow get to the platform and throw myself in front of a train. I twisted onto my hands and knees, Dazed of my dislocated shoulder crying for relief, I misjudged my rotation and rolled onto my back. I tried again, collapsing onto my face as I tried to figure out how to control a body that moved slower than grass grew. Weeks of effort were finally rewarded with success. I stabilized on my hands and knees. If just getting on all fours was this difficult, I figured that walking or running was completely out of the question, so I crawled. I crawled through the metro tunnel. The dumb looks on the faces in the crowd lingered on me for weeks. I crawled under the turnstile and onto the escalator. The escalator spilled the rush hour crowd onto the platform at the same speed like a glacier spills ice into the sea. I looked out over the crowded platform during my interminable downward ride. The train status sign said the train wouldn't arrive for 20 minutes. 20 minutes was like a year to me. I'd have to spend a year on the metro platform waiting to die. I crawled off the escalator, and during days of stupid expressions on the commuters' faces, I crawled a few feet to a concrete bench and curled up next to it, trying to find a position to lessen the pain in my shoulder. Then my problem with time got worse. Impossibly worse. Okay, a pause. I'm sick right now. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Penguino. I hope you feel better. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you feel better. Yeah, no, this doesn't sound great. Not at all. Thought we were only giving out alcohol. Oh my god. Here's a cup of water. Yeah, water. Tylenol PM, he's just a drama queen. Oh no. Fun fact, something near identical from this story happens at one point in Bleach. Really? Oh, interesting. Huh, interesting. The massive slowdown on the stairs was just the beginning of the interaction between the experimental drug and the Ambien. It fully hit me while I was curled up by the bench. I blinked. Years of darkness followed. Sound was already gone. And with my blink, sight was gone as well. All that existed was the pain from my fall. My hyper-accelerated mind wasted no time compensating for the lack of sensory input. Voices spoke to me. They sung to me in languages that never existed. Patterns and faces and colors came and went in my mind's eye, and I recalled my whole life, and imagined living another. I forgot English. I settled into a profound despair. I spoke to God. I became God. I imagined a new universe and brought it to life with my thoughts. Then I did it all again. And again. My eyes opened with geologic slowness, a faint glow, weeks, a slit of light, weeks, a narrow view of the metro platform, ankles of the commuters near me, and an advertisement on the opposite wall. I extracted my phone from my pocket, a project that spanned decades. How can I even explain this boredom? The pain in my shoulder is nothing compared to the boredom. Every thought I can think, I have thought hundreds of times already. The view of ankles and advertisements never changes. Never. The boredom is so intense it's tangible, like a solid object of metal and stone weighed into my skull. Inescapable. What are my options? If I crawl and fall onto the tracks without an oncoming train to crush me, I won't die. I'll experience even more pain from the 4-foot fall, but I'll most likely be rescued by some do-gooder on the platform and unable to act when the train finally does arrive. My suffering in that scenario would be endless. So, I wait for the train, so I can throw myself under it. When it finally hits me, I will experience the pain of being ripped to pieces for centuries until finally, the light of life leaves my brain, and my experience ends. I've lived hundreds of lifespans. At the foot of this bench, I am far older in spirit than any human who has ever lived. Most of my life experience has been a snapshot of pain huddled on the floor of a subway platform, with an unchanging view of ankles and advertisements. This post is my plan B, my Hail Mary, my long shot. I've spent lifetimes typing and posting this message in the hope that someone will read it and become convinced that my suffering must end. Someone on this platform right now. Someone who will come find the man curled under the bench, the man who crawled down the escalator, and kill him as swiftly as possible. A bullet to the temple. If you're armed and at the Glenmont Metro, please shoot me. And that was the story. That was it. If you're armed and at the Glenmont Metro, please shoot me. I like that story a lot. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. It seems, it's like, even though it wouldn't happen, it seems so like realistic, like it could happen. And if it did, that sounds like the most horrible, like torturous pain ever. Superhuman perception is absolutely mortifying. It is. It's terrifying. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you. That makes me very happy. I'm glad that you guys liked it too. Let me see here. It would be kind of insane. It would be. It would be scary. It'd be terrible. All right. Well, I think I mean, I'm gonna chat with you guys for a little bit, of course, and then I think that we'll read like 2 more short stories, and then we'll probably end it there, and I'll send you off to, oops, sorry, I hit my mic, and I'll send you off to someone. I'm gonna drink some chocolate milk real quick. I'd shoot him, but they replaced all the gun emojis with water pistols. Oh my god, short equals long stories? Huh? No, like actual short stories. Oh my god. Oh. God, that one's so creepy. The other one that I think I read last year, but is one of my favorite stories. It's called, oh shoot. Let me find what it's called. It's, I can find this one pretty easily. It's called, Has anyone ever heard of this city? No one seems to remember it, and something horrific might have happened to it. That is one of my favorite stories. It's so good, but it's also kind of a long one. If you guys want, we can read that one. It's, I'd say it's a little bit longer than the last one we just read, so it's quite the long one. But if you guys want to hear it, I'd be happy to read it for you. It's one of my favorites. Mom went to sleep. What? Hey, no. Oh, it's because I looked at my phone. Sorry. My VTuber who's live on Twitch right now is really cool. She's called Jams Dolp. He's currently playing Danganronpa 2. Oh, cool. That's really cool. I'll have to check him out for sure. And welcome back. LA is terrifying indeed. No, not LA. Cleveland. Oh my god. You guys are so goofy. Oh my goodness. Well, would you guys like, here, I'll let you pick. I still don't know how to do polls. I'm sorry. I still don't know how polls work with Twitch chat. Let me see if I can figure it out. Is it like /poll? No, nothing's popping up. So I'm not sure how to do that. Do you guys want 2 short stories or 1 really long story? I didn't know we could suggest someone. You can. I'm always open to suggestions, and I'll check them out in my own time. I won't choose them right away. I do have a point redemption that will kind of give them like a little bit more of a priority when it comes to rating and things like that. But typically I'll take suggestions. But at the end of the day, it's people that like I personally really like and that I personally want to support. So and not to say that I don't want to support the people that you guys do, for sure. But I do have to take some time to like check them out and make sure that they're people that I vibe with, you know? From what I found on your dashboard for your first poll, click the create. Oh, that's how you do it. Oh. Create a new poll button if you've never created a poll before. Oh, okay. Well, I think I will try that. Let me see here. Click your profile picture. Okay. This is the true terror. Okay. I was trying to figure out how this shit works. All right, let's see here. Creator dashboard, make a poll. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. All right. Oh, oh, that's so cool. Oh, I didn't know that there was all this stuff. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's do. There's manager poll. Oh shit, I can run ad breaks? Bye. No, I'm kidding. Runs a 3-minute ad break. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, I can make it emote only, so you guys can't say anything. I can make it so that it's sub only, so you can only talk if you're subscribed to me. That one seems a little bit mean. Start a prediction. Ooh, there's a lot of cool stuff here. Wow, that's cool. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be doing this like on stream. Let's see here. It says manager pool. How do I... You know what? I don't... Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Oh, wait a second. Sorry. Grandma's a little bit slow. This might take me some time to figure it out. Sorry. Just say which one you guys want. Just say which one you guys want in chat for right now. Do you want 2 short stories or 1 long story? I'll let you guys pick. Ads on Twitch are no joke. Either 1 or 50. Yeah. Want a break from the ads? Yeah, that's true. Most of you guys are already subbed, so it would just be a handful of people. It's okay, Grandma. Yeah. Whichever is longer. Whichever takes longer. 3 long stories? Boom, no. The 1 long story will definitely take longer. Okay, if we're gonna do that, I'm really quickly gonna go pee. give me like 2 minutes and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna get some water. And I suggest you guys do the same. Oh my god, can I run an ad? Can I do that? Can I run an ad? I kind of want to try that. I kind of want to try it. I'm gonna run an ad, so everybody leave. I'm gonna run an ad, and I'm gonna go pee because that sounds like fun, and I'm gonna get water. So get up, stretch your legs, drink some water, grab a yummy snack, brush your teeth, do whatever you gotta do, and I will be back in like what? Like 2 minutes. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, okay? Alright, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh? Is it gonna go? It's going! For those who don't have ads, you're not gonna see anything right here, so you're fine. You're fine. If you're still seeing me right now, then you're not gonna get the ad. Yeah, it's because you're subscribed. Someone gave you a gifted sub before, so you don't have to watch the ads. You guys are such goobers. I love you guys. Okay, I need to go pee. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'll be right back. Hi, kiddos. I'm back. Hello, hello. What is this? Why are you guys spamming emotes? What's happening? What? What? What's happening? What's happening? What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to, little goobers? Why are you all... What's with all the bonks? Why am I getting bonked so much? What are you guys doing? Welcome back, Mouther. Oh my god. You're finding new ways to call me mom. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are so goofy. What is happening here? Wait. Oh. Wait a second. Let me... Wait. Something's happening. What's happening? Okay. Oh, oops. Okay. What is happening? The fuck? Okay. Hi! Okay. Hi. Welcome back, whatever. I'm not... Maudre? Oh my god, like Madre. You guys are so goofy. I did say that I found your stream on recommended... Oh, hi, Stormfish! Hello. Welcome, how are you? Or sorry, Stormfist. Sorry, Stormfist. Okay, fisting, not fishing. Okay. I'm so sorry. Please don't leave. Hi, it's nice to see you. Hi, how are you? I voted... We all sent an emoji when you came back, and we voted on the bonk. The bonk one's pretty good. The bonk one is very good. I can see why you guys would use that one. Fishing? What? Huh? Fishing? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and read. We'll read the long one, okay? And then after this story, we'll take breaks in between because it is a long story. And then once we finish this one, I'll go ahead and send it off to the next person. Yeah. Don't leave us alone, we will cause chaos. Well, we are all chaos here, so I think it's okay. Alright, here we go. Has anyone heard of this city? No one seems to remember it, and something horrific might have happened to it. That is the name. Having a good beard day? Feels luxurious? Hell yeah, you get it. Alright. Apparently, there was once a city in the north of Sweden called Corona, but somehow we've all forgotten about it. I'm a police officer working in Kalix, a municipality close to where the lost city of Corona is supposed to have been. At that place, there are no signs of the city, only a dense forest, but certain details related to my own family make me certain this place was indeed real. No, not like the virus, you goobers. It's with a K. Oh wait, what's happening? Oh my goodness! Oh no, I had accidentally scrolled down a little bit. Thank you for the follow, Stormfist Gaming. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to say that earlier. Thank you very much. And sorry, I know the Discord is stinky here. Equinox, can you get the link for the Discord for him? If that's okay. Can I actually ask you to do a mod thing for me? Is that asking too much? And thank you, Stormvania World. I appreciate you subscribing on YouTube. Thank you. But certain details related to my own family makes me certain this place was indeed real. The entire world just forgot about it. I can't imagine how or why, but it's the only conclusion I've been able to reach. For me, this all started when 2 Romanian blueberry pickers came into my small office to report something they had found deep in the dense forest. They didn't know enough Swedish or English to explain exactly what they had found, but it was immediately clear to me that it had terrified them completely. From what I understood, it seemed to involve a human corpse. Eventually, after having brought in an interpreter from the town next to mine, it was revealed that they had stumbled upon a dead child, no more than 10 years old. Really? No Discord? No Discord? No Discord? No Discord? God damn it. If you gotta get something done, you gotta do it yourself. If you want something done properly, gotta do it yourself. God damn it. God damn it. Here we go. You want something done, you gotta do it yourself. If you want it done properly, god damn it. I got you. It's okay, I got you. It's okay. I'm just gonna fire Equinox. And then fucking spit on his grave. God damn it, I'm kicked out of my own chat. Hold up, give me a sec. Give me a sec. There we go. There's the Discord for you. Sorry about that. There you go. Maidenless or Discordless? Right now, someone's both. Alright, there you go. There's the Discord server. Alright, here we go. Let's continue. Alright. They led me and two of my colleagues, followed by an ambulance, to the location where they had found the child. The sun was setting behind a thick mist when we got there. I lit a cigarette while we left the main road and walked into the forest, to where the child was supposed to be. I felt a bit uncomfortable having to deal with a dead child, but I had handled cases like this before, some car accidents, and didn't feel too affected by it now. It was just another job, or so I thought. The Romanians stopped when we got close and refused to go any further. There was panic in their eyes, more than I expected, even given these extreme circumstances. One of my colleagues stayed with them, while the rest of us continued. We soon came upon a huge boulder that had been placed there by the ice sheet that covered Europe during the Ice Age. My colleague walked around it, and a few moments later, he came running back, pale, as if he had seen the devil himself. He bent down and puked right in front of me. He said. It's on the other side. Holy shit. I didn't ask him any questions. I only proceeded to check it out for myself, with the medics following behind me. What we found on the other side of the boulder, it wasn't natural. Half the child, a blonde little girl, was fused with the boulder, as if she had been passing through it as a ghost, and then suddenly turned into a human before she had the time to exit the rock. Or, as my colleague later remarked, it was as if she had been teleported into the rock. The girl's sorrowful, dead gaze into the forest seemed to tell a story of a tragedy unknown to the living. The medics quickly shied away from her eyes in silence, horrified by the fate she must have suffered. But I couldn't look away. I've never been a religious man, but this experience made me doubt everything I'd believed before. Sorry, I'm taking another quick drink. And hello, Joker Knight. Welcome. How are you? Your maid outfit is cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. How are you? I'm going to take a drink. Anyone drink Red Bull? No, I'm not a fan of Red Bull. I had one sip of it once and I didn't like it. Damn children making people question their faiths and whatnot. But who was Boulder? Oh my god. Absolute ridiculous. And I don't just mean the bizarre way the poor girl had lost her life, half engulfed by the boulder. There was something else about the girl as well, something that made me feel completely empty inside. Just as if a piece of my own soul was ripped out of me, leaving an empty hole in my heart that quickly filled up with a sorrow I had never felt before. It was a dreadful feeling, only made worse by the strange fact that a small part of me recognized the girl. I couldn't tell from where. Her face was like the vague memory of a dream recently forgotten. We collected ourselves and started talking, trying to make sense of the situation without any success. While the medics approached the body, I tried to focus on the hard facts while we investigated the scene. The girl was wearing a pink jacket. In one of the pockets, we found an odd-looking flower. Its colors were exotic and resembled the wings of a beetle, and a yellow library card with a text that puzzled us. The Library of Corona, it said. The girl had written her name on the card as well. When I saw it, my world started spinning. Isabella Luxelius. It said in the girl's childish handwriting. "Isn't that your name, sir?" my colleague said. It is. I don't know what to say or think. Well, do you know her? I don't know, no. No, I've never seen her before in my entire life. It must be a coincidence. That's a pretty big coincidence, sir. I didn't respond to that.
There's something on the ground as well, one of the medics said. On the blood-stained moss beneath the girl, there was a notebook. It must have fallen out of her hand, the one that was hanging limply above the book. I picked it up and opened it. The pages were covered with small text, written with a different handwriting than the girl's. I'm also gonna finally take away the head pat before I go bald. You guys don't want to see a bald maid, I'm pretty sure. Well, some of you might. There we go. Let me just, there we go. Get that out of there. Alright. The pages were covered with small text written with a different handwriting than the girl's. Sir, one of the medics said, we will have to bring some tools to cut her down. Yes, I said absently. There's one more thing, the medic said. I put the book in a plastic evidence bag. What? There's too much blood. The medic pointed at the ground. What do you mean there's too much blood? I asked. Beneath the boulder, sir, the medic explained. It's impossible for all that blood to come from a child. A moment of silence. Then I said, we'll have to come back here with better tools. A day later, we successfully removed the upper body of the girl and brought it back to the morgue where it was examined. We also tried to lift the boulder with the help of a crane, but it wouldn't budge. Instead, we dug a hole under it, but we didn't find any new body parts. All we could do this day was to sample as much of the blood as possible. Posture check! Thank you for the posture check. I appreciate it, Nikkei. Thank you.
You guys want me to go bald? Really? Do you guys really want me to go bald? Can you give us your bald maid form before we go on a raid? No, that's so bad. I don't want you guys to see me bald and a maid. That's like so humiliating. No. No. No, I don't want to get rid of my bald. I don't want to be bald. No. And thank you for the posture check. And thank you for the head pats. God damn it. And hello, Chandler. I'm happy to see you. How are you? I'm not going bald. You can't make me. I'm not going bald. Here, I'm going to grab the hand back. There we go. I'm not going bald. You know what? If you want me to go bald, fork up the bits. Fork up the subs. Fork up the bits. You're not getting my bald ass for free. Well, you're not getting my ass at all, but you're not getting me bald for free. You're not getting me bald. I'm not going bald. I'm not. I see your ara, and I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. You've gotten a few this stream already. How much for bald? Fucking, I don't know. Name, make me an offer. You fucking dorks. I love you guys. Why do you want bald Mao? 20 subs? 20, oh my god, Squidgy! Thank you for subbing with Prime. 69 is too many, even for the meme. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Oh my god. every time that I, oh my god. Wait, no, thank you for the bits, Chandler. Wait, no. Every time that I say 5, you guys do it immediately. So I'm upping the price. If you want a bald maid for some reason, I'm going a solid 12. No, 13. I'm going 13. So Squidgy was one of them. So 12 more. You're not getting the bald maid. You're not. That's too much money. You're not getting bald maid. Suck it. During the examination of the body, I read the notebook. It contained the story of the city of Corona. I was convinced it was fiction, a deranged story written by the man I thought must have killed the girl, until a few weeks ago, when the forensic lab called me. And thank you for redeeming Stretch. Hello, Emily. Hello, Mount Yeet. How are you? I'm happy to see you. How's it going? Thank you for the stretch. I appreciate it.
Ah. Suck it.
You guys aren't getting bald mouth. Get the fuck out of here.
I still have a hard time believing it, but they told me there's no other way. They had tested the DNA of the girl and compared it to mine because of her last name. It was my idea, since I didn't want anyone to suspect anything. We didn't think it would reveal anything, but it did. The 10 or so years old girl, Isabella, was my daughter. I was sure it wasn't possible. 10 years earlier, I lived with my ex-wife, and I never cheated on her, and certainly didn't have any other children with her. We stayed together for 5 more years, so I would have known if she had a baby during that time. And yet, there was nothing wrong with the test.
Calling my bank for a loan. They're not gonna lend it to you for that fucking reason. Oh my god. Selling the kids for bald maid Mao. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are so goofy. God damn it.
Yet there was nothing wrong with the test. Below is a transcript of the notebook. I've typed it out here in the hopes that someone will remember the city of Corona, or someone who might have lived in it. Please contact me if you have any information. This is what was inside the notebook. Alright, here we go. This is what was inside the notebook that the little girl was holding. My name is Helena Fredrickson. 5 years ago, I was a different person. I was younger back then, not just the ordinary sense, but in spirit too. There was joy in my life, and I had hopes and dreams. That's all gone now. I don't have that much time to write this down, but I will try and explain what happened to us, to our entire community, as well as I can.
Oh my goodness! Hello, I'm VT. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I hit the microphone again. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Oh my god, we got a hype train going. Hell yeah. And it's at 69%. Nice. Hell yeah. Thank you. Hello, cutie. Hi, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you. We're one step closer to bald maid. Since apparently that's what everyone wants. Bald maid Mao. We're reading the story. Shoot. We're reading the story. Has anyone heard of the city? No one seems to remember it, and something horrific might have happened to it. So, basically, this cop found there's like a girl that was like fused with a boulder, like a 10-year-old girl dead, and with the notebook, he's transcribing the notebook for us next, but he like did a DNA test and she's like his daughter. He doesn't remember any of this, like a bunch of crazy stuff. Let me just will some money into my bank. I'll sell grandma. Don't sell your grandmother. Oh my god.
But I will try and explain what happened to us, to our entire community, as well as I can. The event, as we have come to call it, occurred on July 9th of 2013. I was only visiting Corona.
He did a DNA test. Turns out he's 100% that bitch. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Also, thank you for the bits, Jay. I appreciate it. That's so funny. We will not rest until we have bald Mao. Good luck. Good luck. Actually, you guys might want to save your bits for the Minecraft stream. You guys might want to save your bits for the Minecraft stream, because that's the one that has like all of the things to fuck with me, like creepers and aw man and shit like that. Save your money, you dorks.
The event, as we have come to call it, occurred on July 9th of 2013. I was only visiting Corona over the day to take my niece, Isabella, to the grand opening of the Red Grove, the city's new amusement park. It was supposed to be the biggest one in Sweden, and Isabella had begged her parents to go to the grand opening, but neither of them had been able to due to work. So they called me and asked me to do it for them. I was their go-to person when they needed help with Isabella, the only one they trusted. How I wish that hadn't been the case now, considering what happened. And hello, welcome Mayas. Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We arrived pretty early, a few hours before the opening, so that we wouldn't need to stay in the line the whole day to get inside. The weather was amazing. It had rained earlier in the morning, so we had been a bit worried, but when we got to the city, there wasn't a cloud in sight. Hello, hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Isabella couldn't stop talking about how much fun we would have, and it warmed my heart to see her so happy. It took us a bit longer than expected to get to the amusement park, since one of the main streets had been closed off for a military parade. This didn't bother us that much. It rather increased the feeling of celebration in the air. To avoid the parade, we had to take a bus to the city center, the Freya Square, and from there, we had to take the subway to the yellow neutral business cluster, the tallest skyscrapers in Sweden. It was possible for us to walk to the Red Grove from there. There. Giving away your own flesh and blood like that? No! There were people everywhere. It turned out that a lot of them had taken a ferry down the river that I didn't know about. This meant we had to stand in line after all. Isabella didn't mind, but I knew she would get hungry soon, and I worried that it would ruin her mood. Luckily, there was a man selling hot dogs from a cart that he was pushing down the line. I bought a hot dog and a soda for Isabella. Her parents didn't really like when I bought her junk food, but a day like this, I thought they would understand. The man was also selling red balloons to the children. Isabella said she wanted one. I tried to tell her she would have to carry it around all day, and that there would be more balloons inside the amusement park, but she wouldn't listen. Reluctantly, I bought her a balloon as well. At this point, no one knew that their entire lives were about to change in a matter of minutes. Isabella accidentally let go of the balloon. I feared it would make her feel sad, but it didn't seem to bother her that much. We looked at the balloon as it rose up into the air and drifted away. Soon, it was but a red dot against the vast blue sky. Then suddenly, it vanished.
Where did it go?
Isabella said. I couldn't explain it. It had just disappeared. I don't know, I said. Maybe it popped? But something, an uneasy feeling I couldn't rationalize, made me doubt that. Then, only a few minutes later, strong winds came from every direction. It carried a smell with it that reminded me of something rotten.
Ew,
Isabella said, as her long white hair was blowing in the wind.
What's that smell?
I held her hand harder. I don't know, I said. People looked around, confused, and their joyful voices became concerned. Something was happening, but no one knew what it was. Sirens echoed in the distance, seemingly coming from the business cluster. Oh my god, a woman said and pointed toward the skyscrapers. The top of the building is gone! It wasn't that easy to see, but she was right. The top of the tallest building was gone, as if it had been cut off with a knife. Isabella was too short to see it, but she picked up that something wasn't right on everyone's faces, and she became worried herself. I think we need to get away from here, I said, acting completely on instinct. I don't think it's safe. Isabella teared up.
But the opening, aren't we?
We will come back later, sweetheart, I said as I walked away from the crowd with her. One of the ferries were just about to leave. We quickly stepped aboard. A few others joined us, but most of the people stayed behind in the hopes that everything would be sorted out. Isabella cried, but she wasn't mad. As the ferry slowly drove away from the riverside promenade, a commotion of some kind erupted among the crowd back on land. I couldn't see what was going on, but Suddenly, everyone screamed in terror and tried to run towards the water. They were clearly escaping from something, but I couldn't see what it was. All I saw was people stepping on each other while they tried to jump into the river and swim away. It was a horrible sight, and I'm glad Isabella wasn't tall enough to see over the railing. Alright, a little bit of a pause. I'm gonna take a quick drink. How are you guys doing? A ghost ate that child's balloon, and I will not rest until you brought it to justice. Yeah, are you sure about that? Nothing like murder to entertain your homies. For real, for real. People stepping on each other? Oh no, not like that, no! And hello, PP Hermie, how are you? I'm happy to see you. No. Oh my goodness! Hi, Midnight Quartz! Hi, how are you? Welcome, how are you? It's my Saga sister! Hi, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't say hello right away. I'm reading a spooky story. It's a bit of a long one. How are you? How's your day going? Don't get haunted, just stay at home and wait. Wait for what? To get haunted? I feel when your daughter becomes a half rock in a fictional city. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Alright. Sorry, I gotta stretch a little bit. I'm a little scrunched up. I'm still sitting on the floor. Masochism activated? Oh no. It's the trap card. PP Hermes trap card. Wait for bald Mao? Yeah? You guys are still on that, huh? You're still on bald maid Mao, huh? You still haven't moved on yet? Why am I on the floor? Oh, I always sit on the floor. I don't have a proper desk for my stream setup, so I have like a little coffee table that I use, and that's where like all of my monitors and like that's where my microphone and my keyboard and stuff all is, and it's low to the ground, and I don't have like a proper chair, so I'm just sitting on the floor, like the concrete floor. That's what I've always done. At least for the past couple months. Alright. Next, the sirens from the emergency alert system began blasting its eerie sound of imminent catastrophe. Everyone asked questions no one had any answers to. Most people I heard thought we were under attack, either by terrorists or the Russians. Do you have a soft mat or something to sit on? No. I did have a pillow, and then my cat peed on it like an asshole, and so I threw it away. And that's it. That's it. That's why I move around so much, is because my butt hurts. And thank you for redeeming the stretch. Oh no! Oh shit! Boom! God damn it, Boom! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Oh no. You guys actually want bald Mao that much? Are you serious? You guys actually want bald Mao that much? No way. Figured out what Mao should do to celebrate hitting 1K. She should do an entire stream bald. Is that really what you want? Do you really just want a bald stream? Really? Is that what you want the 1K celebration to be? We're thrown. We're thrown. I do have a throne. I was able to, somebody did donate enough money for a chair, but the issue is that I can't do it until I like get a table. So here, let me, oh, there we go. I do actually have it here. Easy. Easy. I'm so prepared. It is there, but like don't feel pressured to buy me anything, okay? Please. And hello, welcome Rinigor MD. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for the follow. How are you? Boom, you're so funny. I swear to God. God damn it, Boom. We're so close to bald maid Mao. I'm actually starting to get a little scared. And a mat to my throne. I probably should. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, on my debut I said that I liked various cheeses, and so somebody recommended that I add that to the list. Actually, wait, hold on a second. Let me actually
I was actually gonna take that one off because half of the cheeses I don't actually like in that. Can I remove this? Uh-oh. Don't buy me the cheese, please. Please don't buy me the cheese. I don't actually want that. Okay. No hair? No hair? God damn it, Boom! Am I gonna give you a mod discount? Alright. Just for Boom. Boom gets a mod discount. So I'm gonna say that his gifted subs were 50% off. So one more sub. Just for you, Boom, and your mod discount. One more sub and you'll get bald Mao. Alright? You ridiculous little goobers. Fine, just relaxing. Can you tell me RG to make it easy? Wait, what's RG? What's RG? Possibly, if I know what that is. What kind of gaming desk are you looking for? What fits your space? Something small and tall. Yeah. My first paycheck. You getting paid. That's funny. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Alright. Here we go. I picked up my phone to call my sister, but there was no signal. I tried with Isabella's phone as well, without any luck. I soon discovered that no one had any signal. At the sides of the river that passed through the city, people were looking out their windows, trying to get a glimpse of what was going on, but the only thing they could see was the only thing they could see that was out of the ordinary was the cut-off building in the yellow neutral business cluster.
Look,
Isabella said and pointed at the sky.
I've never seen such a big bird before.
An enormous bird-like creature soared high above us. It was pitch black. Although it was impossible to say for sure, it seemed to be just as confused about seeing us as we were seeing it. It circled the city center a few times and then flew away again. The sight of the giant bird, or whatever it truly was, turned our anxious confusion into terror. We still didn't know what had happened, but now we knew it didn't have anything to do with terrorists or some foreign power. This was something else, something impossible to believe, and yet at the same time, impossible to deny. I will beg. No, why are you gonna beg? We'll return soon, milady. I got some noms. Ooh, enjoy your food. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. One word, Chipotle. Ooh, yummy. That sounds good. Oh my god. An anonymous gifter? Oh shit. An anonymous gifter, huh? I wonder who that was. What the heck? I wonder who that was. Well, thank you very much. Oh my god. Thank you guys. Thank you to whoever that was. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Everyone say thank you to the masked hero who saved you all. Oh my god. Alright. You guys are ridiculous. Welcome back, horror. You just in time to say goodbye. Everyone wanted me to go bald, so here we go. It's so cursed. This is what your head pats have done. You've taken all of my hair. This is what your head pats have done. I am now bald. I hope you're all happy. God damn it. Thank you. Here, fresh head pats. Thank you, JT Panda King. Thank you. You guys are evil. You guys are so evil. Thanks, I hate it. This is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. I just screenshotted it. Well, it's not going away. I am a man of my word. You guys are getting this for the rest of the stream. God damn it. Alright. Here we go. The ferry led us off a bit further down the river, close to Freya Square. People seemed to be in a state of panic, although no one knew what was wrong. Some were packing their cars to escape the city, others were running somewhere, perhaps to their loved ones, but most people clustered around police officers, city workers, or military personnel from the parade to try and get some information. But they only got the same answers over and over again, yelled at them so it could be heard over the sirens and the emergency alert system, that nothing was known and that they needed to return to their homes and listen to the radio for more information. How are we supposed to listen to the radio when the power is out? The voice came from an old woman. Oh, oops.
How are we supposed to listen to the radio when the power is out? Look around, there's no power.
She was right. Go home and and close your windows and wait for the power to come back, a policeman said. We don't know what's going on, but the safest thing to do is to follow the procedure. He was interrupted by something happening a few meters away. The first person who had tried to leave the city, a man on a loud motorcycle, had come back. I was carrying Isabella, comforting her at the same time as I tried to hear what the man on the bike was trying to tell everyone. I pushed through to get closer to him. He walked to the center of the square and climbed up on the foot of the statue of Freya. Few people believed him, but everyone had seen this creature in the sky and had no doubt he was telling the truth, however impossible it seemed. There's no way out, the man yelled. The main road cuts off at the edge of the city and there's only jungle. I can't explain it, I'm sorry, but it's true. We are surrounded by a dense, thick jungle and there is no way around it. Then it's true, a policeman whispered to himself next to me. For the love of God, it was all true. I asked him what he meant. First, he didn't want to acknowledge my question, but when he saw my confusion and the tears in my niece's innocent eyes, he turned to me and said quietly,
And hello! Welcome, Gemis. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm a simple man. I discover a new VTuber. I subscribe on YouTube. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, hi. How are you? We're happy to have you here. I'm sorry that I'm bald. Just came back. Why are you an egg? Yeah, you left like during the only time that I asked you to fulfill your mod responsibilities. So thank you for that. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. They, the people want what the people want. They asked for me to be bald, and I said pay up, and then they did, and now I'm bald. So here we are.
He turned to me and said quietly, before we lost contact with the helicopter that was surveying the parade, the pilot said something that simply didn't make sense. He was crashing. Said something had cut off his rotor blades, and he said that it all had changed somehow. The view had changed. Before he hit the ground, he yelled that he had seen a jungle to the west and an ocean to the east. More and more reports came in, and even though it was impossible to tell rumors from facts, they were all telling the same story. The entire world around the city had been replaced in an instant. The city was the same, but the sky above it wasn't. Eventually, the screaming sirens went silent. The cars stopped beeping their horns, and the cacophony of voices died out. An uncanny silence fell over the city. The feeling was beyond unreal. I didn't know what any of this meant. I tried to explain it to my niece, but she was only 5 years old and she couldn't understand. She wanted to go home to her parents and I didn't know what to tell her. She was tired and needed rest, so I went to a hostel nearby and paid for a room. Soon the economy of the city would collapse, but for the first few days in this new unknown world, people still accepted money as payment. And welcome back, PK. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry, is what I would say if I was sorry, yeah? Not everyone was for bald Mao. That is true. That is true. Not everybody wanted that. It's staying for the rest of the stream. It is. Yeah, it is. We're gonna be bald for the rest of the stream, unless if somebody really wants to reverse it. And hello, Senpai. Welcome. How are you? Why bald? Because people asked for it. And so now we are. 25 to reverse it? No.
I would do the same amount. I would do the same like 13 to reverse it. It's gotta be equal. I don't think it's gonna happen though, and that's fine. I've just accepted it. A little annoyed, but I'm good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that whatever's like bothering you goes away. I'm sorry about that. The streamer of the people. It's true. I guess. You will be on egg when you change VTuber models. Yeah, I will.
What followed was 5 years of unending trials and hardships, a continuous battle for survival with no hope for help or rescue. It started during the first night. The sun, identical to our own, yet new and strange, sat due north instead of west. It was replaced by unrecognizable stars covering the entire sky. As I looked up at them from the small window in our room, I didn't feel awe, but rather I felt completely lost. Also, this music is too goofy. I'm switching it over. This is too goofy. It also looks like it's way too quiet. If it's too quiet, let me know. I might just turn it up a tiny bit, just to be safe. There we go. Okay. Just a teeny tiny bit. If it's too loud though, let me know, okay? I feel bad for any new people coming to stream for their first one. I know, right? I know. I know. Thank you to whoever gifted me a sub. It was probably Bohm. It was probably... Oops, sorry, I hit my mic again. It was probably Bohm. As I looked up at them from the small window in our room, I didn't feel awe, but rather I felt completely lost. The strangest feeling during all these years must have been the paradoxical sensation of familiarity on the streets, mixed with the awareness of total displacement. I think this was partly why people kept close in the city center, to drown themselves in the illusion of being home, even though they knew, deep down, that they couldn't escape their fate as stranded in the unknown. Then, as I leaned out the window, I heard the sounds. People screaming, gunshots, cars driving madly through the streets without anywhere to go, and the occasional odd howling that made my blood run cold. I never saw anything of what happened that night, but it changed the population. More than 2 million people forever. I closed the window and hid behind the bed with Isabella. She wanted to cry for her mother, but I kept my hand over her trembling mouth. The next night was calmer, probably because no one dared venture outside. During the days, I soon realized the threat didn't come from the unknown jungle outside of the city, but from the people within it. It was impossible to tell how many crimes were committed, but given what I saw with my own eyes, looting, robberies, and even murders, I figured the rate of crime must have gone up by a lot. However, it wasn't total anarchy. The police and the few military units that had been in town for the parade kept some vital order to the community. Since ordinary people didn't have guns, the police and the military weren't threatened by the average citizen. A leader stepped forward, the man on the motorcycle, and after a few weeks, everyone seemed to cooperate peacefully. The food that was left in the stores were mostly distributed fairly, and everyone that could work seemed to do it without hesitation, even I. And good night, Summer. Thank you for stopping in. I hope that you get some good rest. Thank you for stopping in. Have a lovely night. Matane. I mostly helped out with that project. I didn't know anything about nuclear physics, but I did what little I could. It was amazing what we were capable of. Did I accidentally... Yes, I accidentally skipped forward, my bad. Even I. The scientists that had been working at the university at that time of the event couldn't figure out what had happened, but with the help of hundreds of citizens, they managed to build a small nuclear power plant that could return electricity to the city. I mostly helped out with that project. I didn't know anything about nuclear physics, but I did what little I could. It was amazing what we were capable of as people, and in all my dreadfulness, a feeling of pride grew in my chest. Although our time in this world wasn't simple, far from it. Aside from my personal problem with keeping Isabella healthy and safe, which I succeeded with although she never felt safe, there were 3 major problems that kept growing larger for every week. The first one was the food and water situation. Some people had managed to grow wheat and potatoes in parks and on soccer fields, but it wasn't enough. We were running out of food and water. It did rain from time to time, but very few people felt safe drinking the rainwater. To battle this problem, and to find solutions to some other problems as well, expeditions were sent out to explore the jungle. These typically ended the same way, that is, with no one coming back. Only once or twice did someone manage to return to the city, but they weren't themselves anymore. It was as if something in the jungle had captured their souls and let their body walk back unscratched. The second problem was nature. It seemed to have spared us the first couple of months, but soon after we got the electricity back, it turned on us. It took a while before I saw it with my own eyes, but seemingly at random, mysterious creatures entered the city. Sometimes they just walked right through it, never to return again. A policewoman, one of the new recruits, told me that she had followed a naked blue child as it solemnly walked into the city and then back out of it again. At other times, indescribable monsters wreaked havoc on the streets, killing as many people as they could before returning to wherever they came from. At one point, and this I actually saw for myself, an enormous centipede, pure white, with hundreds of red eyes, suddenly appeared from a manhole. It quickly climbed up against a building, as if it knew exactly what it was doing, and entered one of the windows on the top floor. Next came the screams from the people inside the building. A few escaped, but everyone else inside were ripped to shreds. Only after about 5 minutes did the centipede exit the building from the entrance, its white segmented body stained with blood, and return down the manhole. These attacks, as they were called, aroused fear and panic in all of us. Although it didn't happen that often, it happened often enough for everyone to be on edge all the time. To shreds, you say? Shredded human. I have to order some food? No worries. I hope that you get some tasty food. What does it taste like? No. It's just my pet Jimbo. He's a good boy. Yeah, he won't bite. Ordered some chicken strips with fries and mashed potatoes with white gravy, and also a gravy on the side for the strips. That sounds yummy. Ooh, that sounds really yummy. I hope that you enjoy them. That sounds good. The third problem also didn't become noticeable until later. It was a problem of health. There was no pattern to who was affected or not, but some people, probably no more than 1%, got sick. It started out like a fever and slowly progressed, with nightmarish mutations randomly hitting the body. Most of these mutations made the victims handicapped and disfigured, but sometimes, very rarely, the victims developed properties that were seemingly beneficial to them. The most extreme case of this that I saw was a young girl who grew a third eye in the middle of her forehead. The iris of the new eye glittered with amazing colors, and the girl claimed that she could use the eye to see other people's emotions. At the beginning of the health crisis, the sick people were treated badly, just as if they had been monsters from the jungle. The treatment only got worse when it was revealed that the creatures from outside never attacked the sick. At one point, a mob gathered at Freya Square, set on chasing the people out of the city. Luckily, this was stopped by the military. Why do I want to eat everything? Same. I'm starving. I'm super hungry, so I'm like in the mood to eat everything. In the end, however, the sick people were sent into the jungle. Not to be away with them, though, but to make use of their immunity to the nature of this world. This turned into a huge success that eventually solved the food and water problem. They could venture out and explore the surrounding area and return with edible fruits, vegetables, and small mammal-like animals that they hunted. This was a turning point for us, And then luck struck again. All attempts at fishing had failed so far, but all of a sudden, there were fish everywhere in the river. We soon learned that there were different periods for them, for when the fish were out at sea or close to land. However, as soon as they came close to land, mysterious purple thunderstorms that lasted weeks tormented the city. And yet, we survived. Many people didn't, of course, but life was possible. In the end, we prevailed. During the 5 years that followed, there weren't that many catastrophes, and our focus on survival kept most of our thoughts of home away. Even Isabella thought less and less of her parents as she grew older. Over time, most people got used to the bizarre situation they had found themselves in back in July of 2013. Many people did commit suicide, yes, but most people choose to live on this unknown island. Two events, however, changed things. First, it was what happened to a planned expedition at sea. Hundreds of people, mostly men, decided to venture out into the ocean with one of the luxury cruisers that had been moored next to the city. This was going to be a great adventure, and perhaps a way to find some answers to where we had ended up. It inspired all of us. Thousands of people, Isabella and I included, had gathered to watch as the huge boat slowly sailed out. It all felt similar to the day 5 years earlier when we had waited for the amusement park to open. We all stared at the horizon as the boat, named Birdo de Espero, turned into a small dot against the setting sun. We imagined the amazing adventures they would be on and looked forward to their return. But then something that must have been larger than anything we had seen so far came out of the water and swallowed Birdo de Espresso whole. Espero, not espresso, oops. Birdo de Espero whole. I'm gonna take a quick drink. I love cooking. I don't like cooking personally. I'm so lazy. I feel like it's so much effort for something that you eat so quickly, and then there's so many dishes. I'm so bad at cooking too, so it's never worth it. Music is almost perfect, is it? Oh, that's good. It's just Nintendo spooky music. Giant monster wanted a shot of espresso. We should have a redeem on if we want your hair back. I mean, a lot of people donate a lot just to get my hair off of me. I'd probably have to make it the exact same to return it, because people donated quite a bit to get me bald. If you wanna undo it, you'll have to do the same. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm bald. Trust me, I don't want to be. Can't diss instant ramen though. Instant ramen's good. I cook quick stuff whenever I do. That's fair. Please put an effort in your nutrition. Please. No. No. We should have a redeem to turn you into grid lines? What? Why? What? No. You underestimate us? I mean, alright. If you want the hair back, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be 13 gifted subs. if that's really what you want. Alright. Some people screamed and others cried. This was a hard blow to the city. Just knowing that a being like that, a being able to eat an entire luxury cruiser in one bite, could exist deprived many people their hopes of a future. The next event was different. It was a miracle, to say the least. It happened only a month after the destruction of Birdo de Espero. Also, I'm restarting the music. I'm sorry. A military guard, a young man who had only been 15 at the time of our disappearance from Earth, discovered that when he stood at a certain place at Freya Square, he could tune into a specific radio station from our old world. The station's name was Synthwave Mix, and dedicated most of its broadcasting to that kind of music. Hope returned immediately, but This time the hope was different from the one we had spent 5 years building up within ourselves. This was the hope of seeing our loved ones again, the hope to return home. The people at the university investigated the area to try and determine where the radio signals were coming from. They didn't have much success, but soon realized that they emanated from the ground beneath Freya Square. While the area was investigated by the scientists, ordinary people showed up en masse. They all had radios of different kinds with them, like children carrying stuffed animals to feel safe, hoping to tune in to synthwave mix and get a taste of their lost home. Of course, the area where the radio station could be heard was too small, and the police had to chase everyone away to give the scientists the room they needed. A few days later, though, the scientists placed a set of large speakers at the foot of the statue of Freya and connected them to the receiver they were using to listen to the radio station. Day and night, the relaxed, somewhat melancholic synthetic music played non-stop to the entire city. People congregated around the statue. They even defied the dangers of the night. This became our city's new tradition, ending the day by going to the statue and sitting down around it, as if in prayer, became our new pilgrimage. It wasn't exactly the music that drew people to the square, but rather its origin. Still, the electronic melodies soon turned into a symbol of all of our hopes and desires. From time to time, people got up and danced, sometimes while crying from a bittersweet joy difficult to explain. Although, the thing that made us all go silent and become totally focused was when the host said something. Usually they only spoke about the music they were broadcasting, completely unaware that an entire city full of people were listening to them almost religiously. But on rare occasions, they talked about the world outside. At those times, it felt like our hearts collectively stopped in anticipation. Would they say something about us? About their efforts to figure out where we had all gone and how they would bring us back? But there was never any news about us, just as if they had already forgotten about us, or never known about us at all. The tragic fate of the city of Corona never came up, yet we never lost faith. Alright, I'm gonna take away the head pat, it's been a while. Yet we never lost faith. It took a long time, and now I'm getting closer to the present day, but eventually the scientists decided that it would be worthwhile digging a large hole right where the radio waves seemed to sip out of the ground. This was no easy task, and neither was it safe. The work took weeks. Again, we all helped. No one really knew what exactly we were looking for. We only knew that it was something. When we reached the bottom, where the rock was too hard to dig through, a mountain of dirt covered the entire square. Our efforts hadn't been in vain, we discovered. Right beneath the place where the radio waves had been picked up, there was a small hole in the bedrock. People were asked to back away from it while the scientists investigated it. First, they tried to measure how deep it was. This took some time since it was hard to find a long enough rope. In the end, it was estimated to be about 700 meters deep. Next, some equipment was sent down tied to the end of the rope, and to everyone's surprise, everything that was sent down was swallowed by the hole. Of course, no one knew where it went, but we all thought the same thing, that somehow it had returned home. It was a reasonable assumption, given that the only thing coming out of that hole, the radio waves, came from Earth. We all rejoiced at this discovery. More experiments were done, and although some questions remained unanswered, the consensus, even among the scientists, was that the hole really was a portal back to our own world. I'm gonna take a quick drink. My throat's getting a bit sore. Sorry about that. And oh my goodness, fucking god damn it, pee-pee Hermie. There we go. More. You guys are monsters. When will you let it end here? Extra big hat for extra big pats. Let it end. Put it to rest. Thank you for this stretch, I appreciate it.
We have to massage the egg. Oh my god.
Alright, there we go.
Scrambled. God damn it. I'm not a scrambled egg. You guys are so goofy.
There were two large problems that needed to be solved, though. The first was the safety. Every time something tied to the rope disappeared at the bottom of the hole, the rope was cut off, just like the skyscraper 5 years earlier. This meant that it was possible that whoever entered the hole would be cut off as well. However, this problem was solved pretty soon. By tying a camera to the rope, connected to a screen above ground, it was discovered that the rope was only cut off when it pulled back. As long as it wasn't pulled back, the screen still received signals from the camera. The camera never recorded anything other than darkness on what was assumed to be the other side. But since it didn't seem to be such a big problem, after all, some technical issues were expected under the circumstances. The second problem was that the hole was too small for anyone to fit into. Many attempts were made to widen the hole, but... And hello! Welcome, Restoka. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, how are you? What an interesting time to follow. Bald maid with giant head pat, reading spooky story. But we're happy to have you. How are you? Not sure what I'm watching, but I love it. Good, good. You'll fit in well here. I'm glad to hear it. But the bedrock seemed to be made out of stronger material than any of our machines could tear into. This was extremely frustrating. It made us feel like we had reached the finish line only to discover that we were unable to cross it. In the end, one of the scientists said that she wanted to send her 10-year-old son down the hole. He was small enough to fit into it. This was widely debated for quite some time before it was approved. The mother argued that the city of Corona was no place for her son, and that all the evidence suggested the hole was the only way home. The boy was brave. He knew he would probably never see his poor mother again, but still went through with it. He was given a walkie-talkie, and after a tear-filled goodbye to his mother, he was sent down the 700 meters deep, pitch-black hole. He was instructed to radio in after he reached the other side, confirming he was safe. After the rope was pulled back, the mother waited and waited for her son to report. However, he never did. For weeks, the mother sat at the edge of the hole, under merciless heat and under pouring rain, calling her son over and over again with her walkie-talkie. No one knew what, if anything, had gone wrong, since no other radio waves had been picked up other than synthwave mix. It was possible that other radio waves simply couldn't enter into our world for some reason. Still, the authority deemed the hole too unsafe for anyone else to enter. This is on YouTube, it would be suppressed in the algorithm due to mentions of the corona. God damn it, it's true. Dunk the kid in the hole like a basketball. Oh my god. This didn't change people's minds, though. The hole represented the only true hope we had felt in years, and given all the horrible things in our world that could destroy us at any moment as easily as it is for us to blow out a candle. The small risk of going through the hole seemed to be more than acceptable. The hole was guarded by the police, but most of the police shared the city's collective opinion that the hole was the only way out. Not for any of the adults, but for our children. And now I'm sitting here, in the room I paid for 5 years ago, writing this down. During the last few weeks, many parents have been sending their children down the hole at night. This world is truly no place for them. Although they could survive, they deserve better. Hence, like many others, I've decided to send Isabella home. When I told her about it, she looked at me with a happiness in her eyes I hadn't seen since we were transported to this dreadful, godforsaken world. I've been writing this all day now. It's my testimony to what happened to Corona. I will give this notebook to Isabella. I'm sure she will be able to give it to her father. Somehow, I know it in my heart that she will find her way home to her parents. Soon it will be dark, and I will bring Isabella to Freya Square one last time. I'm sorry it took so long. Helena. And that is the story of Has Anyone Heard of the City? No one seems to remember it, and something horrific might have happened to it. What do you guys think? Stay back, thy egg. Don't want to hear about any kind of guarded holes from Bald Mouth. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Forgot about the city. Can you repeat? Oh my god. Oh no. No. Thank you for the bit, but no, I'm not reading that whole thing again. Absolute monster. The boulder that the girl was stuck in was Mouse. No! I'm not the boulder that kills children from Corona! Yeah, that city Kookaburra was really something. Oh my god. You guys are so funny. The city of Kookaburra. The city of Corona. So silly. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think that's probably my favorite like psychological story I've ever read. The way that it's told is so interesting, and like it all fits together. Like the boulder having too much blood, it's because there were other children inside of it that got sent through, and like the heartbreaking dread of having hope and sending your children through that maybe they can have a better life only to be killed is really depressing. And oh man, it's so interesting. I like it a lot. I love it. And the fact that they were all forgotten, oh, it's so good. It's like everything that I love. Excuse me, Mao, do these ghost stories happen to be from Discord? Some of them, yes. Most of them, well, some of them, no. The last one that we read is one that I found a long time ago, and same with the one before that, the if you're at the station, like please come find me and come kill me. That one was also, and then there was one other that I read that was also one that I had found. So the last one that we read, the station one, and then I've come to terms with the fact that everything I know is a dream. Those three are like older ones that I found. And then the like all of the short stories that we've read, those are all ones from the Discord. Getting ready to write a ghost story? Oh man, I'd love to read it. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. I'd love to read it. Kind of missed like 60% of it, the last one. That's okay. That's all right. It's quite a long one, so it's one that you have to like set aside some time for it. So it's totally okay. Either die in the boulder or get sent to Brazil. To Brazil. We were sending them in hopes they live. I thought we just need to get rid of mouths to feed. No. Stay normal for 5 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry that Twitch is being stinky for you. Come to terms with the fact that everything I know is in me. Oh my god. No, that's so funny. Enjoyed the story, but I missed some parts. Can you repeat the beginning, also the middle, and the end? No, absolutely not. You little monster. All right, well, I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's been a while since I've been able to stream for this long and like not completely lost my voice. So this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you all.
Mouths and mouths. They sound the same. No. Oh, hi Kaya Chanyu. Thank you so much for stopping in. Oh, I'm glad that you had fun. I'm glad that you had fun. How have you been? Missed the stream. Could you just repeat it all? I know that's a lie. You've been here the whole time. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. This was really nice. If you guys want another spooky story reading stream, we can definitely do one again before Halloween ends. Just let me know. Otherwise, I have a bunch of horror stories planned. I have just like a lot of really fun horror themes, horror themed streams planned. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go ahead and send you over to, let's see here. Nox. Oops, my bad. Wait, oops, raid. There we go. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys over to a friend of mine. He's a VTuber named Nox. He does a lot of ASMR, so I'm gonna say ahead of time. I know that not all of my chat enjoys ASMR, so if you don't like ASMR, this is like the time for you to pop out. Otherwise, hop on over, say hello, give him a lot of love, and tell him tell him he smells like butter, something like that, you know. Say some nice stuff. Remember, if you're going to like exit, just do it quietly, and be respectful and polite. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. I will be streaming tomorrow on YouTube. We're gonna be playing more of The Letter. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing Minecraft controlled by Twitch chat. So you guys get to fuck around and mess me up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me. This was so much fun. And I will hope to see you guys next time. Bye, everyone. Yes. Yes, Nikkei. I packed you all a lunch. I put a Capri Sun in there. In fact, I put in a Lunchables that has a Capri Sun in there. So you guys are eating good today. Enjoy your little lunchbox. Be polite, be respectful, have fun, be safe, don't get lost, don't trip, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, later!